Hey guys, J-Man here for another edition of Days of Thunder, the awesome comics of the 90s. And so today we're going to be going through everything that came out in March of 1991. So that's what we're covering today. And we're just going to go through all that. So real quick show updates before we begin. Tomorrow, we are going to be going live at 7 p.m. So Saturday night, 7 p.m. Eastern. And we're going to be doing our ranking of the Spider-Man movies. So we're not doing a tier ranking. We're doing our least favorite to our favorite. And just getting it out there right before Across the Spider-Verse comes out. And we're just going to do, like, I know some of the Nicholas Hammond stuff actually did make it to some theaters. We're not counting those. Just because a lot of people haven't seen those, even though I own them all on VHS, and I'm pretty sure Sean has them, and we like them. But it wasn't like everybody in the world saw these in the theater. It's not even like going back to like an Adam West Batman, which people did see in the theater, I think, right? So we're not going to count those. We're going to be doing the 3 Raimi movies, the 2 Andrew Garfield movies, the 3 Tom Holland movies, and Into the Spider-Verse. That'll be what we're talking about. So that's on Saturday. On Monday, we're going to be starting something special, which is we're going to be talking about the Legion of Superheroes. So Clobberin Times, I've been on his channel many times. As you know, we do our monthly Bob Haney, Earth B talk and have so much fun with those. And I thought, you know what, let's get Clobby on here to talk about some, because like I love the Earth B stuff. So it's like we're talking about it on his channel. It's like, well, he loves Legion of Superheroes. So it's like, let's talk about it on my channel. I've just started getting into the Legion about maybe like 6 or 7 months ago. So I thought, let's go from the first comic ever, first appearance. So Clobby and I are going to do that once a month. And I think Sean is going to join us for that. It's completely like Sean is definitely coming. He's definitely coming on the one on Monday, I believe. I think he's going to stick as a regular with that. I'm not sure. I'll leave it open to him because I don't know how much of a Legion guy he is. But if he wants to stick with it, then the 3 of us will do it every month. It'll always be on a Monday, and it'll always be before Clobberin Times channel. So probably the week after we do the Earth B thing. But okay, so that's what's coming up. And then next Friday, 1 week from today, we're doing the 80s versus tournament, and I'll show you guys real quick. So next week it's going to be Hawk the Slayer versus Ator the Flying Eagle, and I just got my Blu-ray copy of Ator, so I'm super excited to see that on Blu-ray. That's going to be really good. All righty, so let's get going here. Let's bring in my co-host.
Hey there. Hope you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you.
I'm doing this on my phone this time because, like, for some reason the computer was messing up things. So hopefully it's gonna be better.
All right, as long as your phone is it plugged into a charger?
No, but I hope it will be okay.
Okay, we'll see, because that's gonna eat. That's gonna eat battery.
It's 100 right now, so we'll see.
Right. I mean, it's so clear. You are so clear. Like my phone is so much better than whatever setup I have here. You could buy whatever you want. You put this iPhone and you see my videos, like you see my review videos. They're super clear.
Yeah.
The phones, like when did this become better?
Phones are better. They're an all-around purpose, like, freaking entertainment unit. It's like watch movies, listen to music, play video games, chat with people, like the way that the future was when we were kids, when Dick Tracy would like talk to someone on his watch and stuff.
Yep.
That is now, and it's crazy. Like, we have that perspective. Like, that's nuts. But
watch another stream with Sean and I and see how bad the video is on his thing, and then watch. So you've seen you guys talk just now. Watch I just posted a Spawn review. Watch that, and it's hyper clear.
Yeah.
And that's my phone. There's no fancy mic. There's no fancy camera. It's not this webcam I bought. It's literally my phone. I turn it sideways, stick it up. No, turn it sideways. I put it on my tripod like this, and I talk. And it's super clear, and you can hear me. And here, everyone's like, "Oh, you sound weird," and I don't get it.
Yeah.
Well, I don't get it. Masters, what's going on, man? And Professor Bill's coming on today too. He confirmed he's coming on today.
Yeah.
choice based on, oh, okay, so I did post a poll.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know what else to put up there. I should have maybe put, you can only put 4 things. Maybe I should have put 2000 AD or something. But I put in the 90s, like what was your favorite in the 90s? So I put DC, Marvel, Valiant, and Image.
Okay.
I didn't know what else to put. Like you can only put 4 things. I didn't really realize that until after I already did it.
Those are the 2 kind of big 4. I mean, for the 4 ones. There was like Malibu and stuff too, but like that's too much. Like Ultraverse and all that. It's crazy to think about that time. I was thinking about this the other day, and like what an exciting time. And at least there was energy. You know, it's like everyone was creating new things and new angles and new cool concepts. And there's like nothing like that now. Not even with the like I know you're talking about how everyone else, everyone Marvel and DC is making like fun stuff and all that. It's still not to the energy level and volume of the 90s.
Volume, right? Yeah. The volume is not there.
No,
you still have to cherry pick. My thing with that, and I stand by that in the sense that like everything from Marvel sucks except for Joe Fixit, and that happens to be Peter David, who's an old guy.
Yeah.
So sure, old man David is like, oh, I'm going to write an action thing because that's what he still thinks Hulk is. Right? He didn't get the memo that Hulk is this big cerebral thing now.
Where he didn't get the memo. Yeah.
He didn't get that memo. He's like, doesn't Hulk like beat up guys? It's like, right. And, Hey, Valiant. Yes. Hey, Clobby.
Hey, what's up?
How's going
Valiant
on,
was the best. Yeah. Hey, Clobby.
Hey, Clobby, if you want to come on, let me know. I'll send you the link. Why not? Let's get us all on.
Yeah, man.
We'll have everybody on. But so right. The amount is like literally in all of DC Comics right now, the only comic that I gave a high grade was Superboy. And that review hasn't come out yet. That review is not out yet. So and look,
I can't wait now.
You can't wait now. And after I read it, I went and I got this because
cool.
I was like, you know what?
Superboy then, yeah.
Yeah, he's back to that. That.
Yes.
And that character was a who gives a shit character when that came out.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like you're just like, yeah, okay.
He was a gimmick that supported the Death of Superman storyline.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send Clobby the link. He's gonna come on in.
Oh, cool, man. Nice. You can be like, this sucks. Yeah,
he's not gonna really like anything, but I'm okay with that.
That's awesome. I want to hear his opinion. You know?
And we'll have, man. If we have Bill and Clobby on at the same time, that's gonna break the internet. That's gonna be really epic.
Like the universe explodes. Yeah.
Was Sean on holidays? No, that's because he's using a clear camera.
Yeah, I look 10 years younger. Yeah,
I'm actually not this white. Like,
you're pretty bright, man. Yeah.
My Spawn, like I just posted. Well, watch my videos anyways. Duh.
Yeah.
But like, watch my comic book reviews. Like, don't go. Like when you go to my channel, go to videos, not live.
Yeah.
I do a lot of live streams, but I still post a lot of videos. Go to my videos and you'll see it's like I look completely normal. Like here, I look like I look like I'm starring in Renfeld or whatever, which which is like not doing well. I don't think. Anyway, but okay, right. So this Opus Comics, which brought this out, this Tales of Fantasy.
That's awesome.
Frazetta. They're doing Death Dealer. They're doing the Dawn Attack. So all of the Frazetta pieces are getting done. Those are all really fun. The 4 Spawn comics are fun if you like Spawn.
Right.
If you're looking for DC, except for that Superboy thing, you can forget it. Forget the whole thing. Like Superman is like maybe like a 7 out of 10. I think I gave it a 7, which is like astronomically high compared to everything else that's come out. The other Superman titles, Superman Lost and Action Comics, it's like 4 out of 10, 5 out of 10.
It's so sad. Like when I read Superman, I'm like, I could dream up 10 times awesome stuff than this. It's like Superman should be like, there should be like a battle every issue and like a new character too. Like I'd loop in the classic guys, but there's tons of ideas for new characters you could totally do. If magic is one of his weaknesses, I'm surprised he's never done an iconic magic person like the Filmation cartoon did, and then they never looped that guy into the comics. Like
who's the guy in Filmation? I don't remember.
What?
Well, because because nothing's exciting.
Yeah,
it doesn't go anywhere. So I'll go back to the Superboy example. The review isn't out yet, right? I got the comic. And let's bring Clobby in.
All right.
Here, I'll play Assault on Precinct 13.
Can't argue with a confident man.
Confident Clobberin times.
Who you calling a man? Who you calling a man? What's up, buddy? Hey, Matt, look at MM here. Masters Maniac Mexico. Hey, buddy.
Yep.
What's going on, my friend Sean? Long time no see, buddy.
A long time no see.
Good to see you.
Well, he's going to come on Monday. You're coming Monday, right, Sean, for Legion?
Yeah, I'll come Monday. Yeah.
Cool.
Awesome.
All right, man. Great. What's going on, fellers? Oh, by the way, everything sucks. Everything sucks. Everything sucks.
Yeah, I know you're gonna say everything sucks, which is great. It'll be fun. I like that. Like, see, people like I like. I do like when people say everything sucks because it makes it more fun too. It's like I don't like when everyone's like just happy about everything because then they're just a shill, right? Like everything comes out as the best. It's like okay, well, relax, right? Maybe it's not
an echo chamber at that point.
This is an echo chamber, right?
Yeah.
You know what? Echo chambers suck, by the way.
Yes.
I just want to make it consistent.
Groucho Marx, whatever it is, I'm against it. That's my
And even when you change it or condensed it, I'm against it.
Yeah. I love Marx. I have every Marx Brothers movie on Blue. I got those 2 packs, and then I got a couple of Blu-rays. They did some on Blu-ray.
You know what? Some of them suck.
After
a night at the opera, to get to start getting to suck characters.
There's the two packs, right? Because they did different studios, and the thing is that the other studio wanted other characters to have a storyline that makes sense, and then the Marx Brothers interact with those characters.
Yeah.
And the first studio was let the Marx Brothers just do goofy stuff.
So the second studio was a modern studio, basically.
The second studio was the modern one, but you did get right at the opera there, which is pretty funny.
Yeah,
Zeppo became their agent after a while when he left them.
Yeah.
Some dumb deals, and then they did that. Day at the Races still has some good stuff in it, and then later, as the films went on, they got older, and they were more like they were less like Bugs Bunny, and they were more like kind of blending into the background with some chunky hero chunk of cheese. Then they did a movie called Room Service where they don't even play the Marx Brothers. Based on the play.
Yeah, no, I just watched Room Service. I love Room Service because
they're not the Marx Brothers in that movie though.
I know, but it's still funny when the guy's dying and they're like he died too soon. It's like because he's pretending to die and then he's just trying to pretend.
Ball was in that, by the way.
Oh yeah.
I think everybody like the first or
oh my gosh, yeah.
Films.
And same with
I love them.
I love Happy and all that with the that was what
their sweet spot though has got to be from Animal Crackers to Night at the Opera. Right there, those in between then Horse Feathers, Duck Soup, Night at the Opera.
Duck Soup,
and then Horse. It's one of the greatest movies ever made. Duck Soup's my favorite.
Yeah, Duck Soup's my favorite. You're gonna believe me or your own eyes. That's
oh my God.
I just saw you here 5 minutes ago. Are you gonna believe me? I saw you with my own eyes.
If the country's taxes say this country's taxes must be fixed, and I know what to do with it. If you think you're paying too much now, just wait till I get through with it.
Yeah. No, but I know I do. Yeah, no, I do like the Day at the Races, the Tootsie Frutti ice cream, which they revert. Groucho he's getting screwed over by Chico.
Oh, she got the great song Lydia, the Tattooed Lady in that.
Oh, one. Tattooed Lydia, the encyclopedia.
Lydia, the Tattooed Lady. I've got this I got this album. It was a big double album from 1977. It was the last thing he ever did. It was Groucho live at Carnegie Hall or somewhere like that. Wow. He's very, very old. It was like right before he died, and he sings the song. And even though it's obviously older, that's wow, that's pretty amazing.
Still good. Yeah, I got Judy. I on my iPhone, I have Judy at Carnegie Hall. I like Judy Garland. I have like every song ever. Like it's like 100. I've got like 100 songs. They did this thing on iTunes where they just compiled. It was like all of the recordings, like the original recordings. It's called like the Decca Masters or something. I don't know. And they put them all together. And then I got the Carnegie Hall thing, but I didn't check. I should check for Groucho at Carnegie. I'm sure they have it on here. It's really.
I think it was Carnegie. It could be a different. It's Groucho Live. I'll double check where it was, but it's a big album. I don't have it anymore because it's a big old vinyl I had in the 70s and 80s. I know my friend Claude still has it, probably. Anyway,
we got to do it. We got to do some
I didn't mean to derail us about the Marx Brothers, so let's go back to comics. I'm just,
yeah.
I don't get to talk about the Marx Brothers often, so.
No, I didn't know any.
Do a whole stream.
We could do a whole stream on Marx Brothers. I got to rewatch. I'll rewatch.
I have a lot of books about them. And a friend of mine last week about my friend I hadn't seen in a couple of years, and he founded a thrift store. He's been holding it for me for years. An old Marx Brothers hardcover that about with the teleplay. I think it's got the whole script of the Coconuts, I believe. But I think I had it before, but I'm not sure. So he picked it up for me just in case.
There was just a recent documentary made that I just watched. Through whatever means, because I don't think you can find it anywhere. But like they did a documentary, which was all right. But like Groucho was like I just literally I had every quote that he ever did. Nice. You can find them on the internet, and then I was trying to you try to work those in where you can. And it's hard to work them in. I've worked in a few in real life, just in passing conversation. I just did one on my last when I was at the last day at the office. Was that Wednesday? Damn, I can't remember which one it was. I was talking to one of the guys and he said something. I was like, oh my God. And then I was able to say one of the Groucho lines. I can't remember what it is now. Damn it. I'll remember. I'll try to remember. And he's like, oh, what the hell's that from? I said, that's not mine. That's Groucho Marx. He's like, okay. he heard of Groucho Marx, but it's like.
I can tie that in the comics. Back in 1986, when Watchmen had only have 2 issues out, I was the first person on the planet to cosplay Rorschach.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know that. I can't prove that. How can you prove that? It's impossible.
I'm pretty sure
2 issues were out. And we won my friend and I, we won the costume contest at Dallas Fantasy Fair. And then a few months later, I put my costume back on. Of course, I was human size back then. And I did my Rorschach costume. And of course, it's a stupid white mask we made with Marx a lot, for the ink blots that he made. And it started to run. And it was we were out at a big Halloween party. I said, this is ridiculous. Look at the damn mountain. Now the mustache looks like Groucho. So I got Groucho glasses and the cigar thingy that they used to sell. Yeah. And I went around the whole time. I was Rorschach Marx. I was quoting Rorschach as Groucho the whole time, walking around.
Oh my God, that's awesome!
I don't know what I was talking about really, but back then people knew who Groucho was, and they almost knew who Rorschach was. So
yeah, I didn't get. My buddy gave me Watchmen. We could do a Watchmen thing one time too, because I didn't get Watchmen from the beginning. My friend, his name is same name as me. He doesn't like to be talked about on the internet, but he's my oldest friend that I know him from kindergarten. We're still friends to this day. We're meeting up this weekend. And he was really into Watchmen, and he was into The Question. What was those? He was getting all of those like smarter comics that I was like, yeah, this looks like it's too smart for me. I'm a
Watchmen freak. I'm it. Yeah.
So he gave me he gave me all of his comics because he's just like, I don't want them. And,
one night I shot Dr. Manhattan in my pajamas. How I got
oh man, everything Groucho says is gold. But yeah, so it's like it's pretty. I was like, oh, you're giving me all the original Watchmen issues. He's like, yeah, I don't care. I'm like, well, I'm never selling them. It's like they're going. I have a little Watchmen box. I'm like, they're just going in the Watchmen box.
I bought like 5 or 6 copies of each issue when they came out.
Oh, awesome!
Nuts for it. Yeah, and not to invest. I was to give them to people.
Right.
But I kept myself.
Well,
so what are we talking about? The 90s tonight or what?
Yeah, it's going to be Mark. I've got the Mike's Amazing World. I'll just to finish my Superboy thing. See, like after I read that Careful Clobby, it's a comic that's coming
Connor
out.
Kent.
It is Connor Kent, but it's the only good Superman thing that came out. And so I didn't care about Connor really, but I read this comic and I'm like, well, this is really it's literally he wants to help people. There's so many super people on Earth. He travels to another place. He goes to a fortress and finds a planet that needs help. And he's like, I'll go there and help them. And then he just fights aliens. It's all fighting. And I'm like, wow, this is really cool. And it's like him, he doesn't want to kill. And he's trying to like stop everybody and save everybody. I'm like, okay, this feels like a real Superman comic, which I haven't seen in like 10 years from DC. So I thought, okay, this is kind of neat. That one comic, I went and got the Superman toy. I don't even care about Connor Kent. I always thought he was a whatever character, but I got so pumped up from one comic. And that's the power of one good comic. If you can have one good comic, I threw in the Superboy TV series. I was like, let me watch some of these. I got into a Superboy hype. And I'm like, right, that's how comics used to be. You'd read one, you get excited, you want to buy another, you buy a toy or a shirt or something. Now you read one, you're like, okay, and I review it because I have to review it because that's
exactly. I called him Super Punk, by the way.
Yeah.
You know that issue where it has the real Superboy punching the crap out of him on the cover?
Oh, is there an issue like that with the real
Super Punk? Yes. And I took that. I only bought that one because I was hating, I hated Super Punk. I bought that one and I just to mess with a friend of mine, I drew all in like different. I changed lines in it that I wanted. Anything I call. I'm not going to repeat the word I called Super Punk all through the comic. I wrote a lot of vile crap in there just because I hated him so much. And they had real Superboy kicking his ass. I was like, yeah. I know it's immature. Hey, well, in my 30s, I was very young.
Yeah, so I mean, but yeah, the thing is like if they do something fun, then you get more pumped, you get more into it. But they just don't do that anymore, so that's the thing. But I like the Frazetta comics that I'm reading. Death Dealer is pretty cool, and so is the thing. And I like Nemesis, and I don't like Mark Millar at all. I don't like anything that I've read of his. Red Sun's like okay, I guess, but like I don't like any of this stuff. But I really like this Nemesis thing, but it's very violent. And I remember I also like horror movies. People forget. Like Steve's like, how come you like this? I'm like, Steve, remember, I like the dead teenager movies. I'm okay with violence. It's like if I feel that it's cool, not if it's just there for no reason or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, but you're not a big Miller fan, are you?
No, I know you. I know you are.
No, I'm not. Oh no.
Yeah, I didn't like him at all. Like I despised. I hated Wanted. I don't know. People really like that. Like,
I did like Starlight.
I like Starlight. Yes,
and I like Superior.
Mm-hmm. I haven't.
Superior. See, he loves some. He's a weirdo. He's really loathsome of a lot of real superheroes, but he loves Christopher Reeve Superman. Superior is his love letter to Christopher Reeve Superman.
Oh, okay. So maybe I'll check that one out.
It was pretty interesting.
Yeah. See, because I didn't like Kick-Ass is like it's okay. I didn't care about Wanted.
Yeah, me either.
What else? I don't care about Civil War really.
Oh, I hate that.
I didn't even read Civil War really, so that's kind of I don't know. But Steve read it, and I trust Steve.
I read it; it was pretty bad.
It's I trust.
I didn't like it. I don't know why people liked it. I think because they're like, oh, it's all grown up, like it's the trend to say that.
Yeah, I don't like that.
But the story didn't make any sense to me. So, yeah.
I think there's certain things you should keep away from superhero comics. I mean, other superhero comics, maybe knockoff books, but the Marvel or DC universe, the whole registration crap. And I know it's more quote unquote realistic. I don't really strive for realism in my superhero comimics anyway.
Yeah.
Well, Cap is made to look like a fool in that, especially at the end.
Total fool. Yeah.
He's like perp walked at the end, and then they arrest him. So, yeah.
Look at this. 1991, huh?
1991. So the NAM, this is the one where like nobody's read this, but Bill Bill is gonna be late. I think he is coming on. Professor Bill, have you met Professor Bill Clobby?
I don't know.
I don't think you have.
Maybe.
So he's a cool guy. He used to do a lot of he used to do a lot on his channel. And I met him I actually saw him on YouTube first, and then I saw him at my comic shop. I'm like, is this like you go to this comic shop? I was like, holy crap. So it's like I met the guy. I'm like, hey, I do YouTube videos too. So we kind of became friends that way. It was so weird.
So Comic Book University.
I'm sorry. It's Comic Book University is the channel. Yeah.
Yep.
So you got these alphabetical. There's also a way you can do it like by release date. That's either way. You like the alphabeticals easier probably, or
yeah, I just do it just because we're looking at everything anyways, and then I can.
Oh, good. Yeah,
and then I know, Brian, what's going on, man? Super Connor, Super Prime. Yeah, I mean, look, the real Superboy is young Clark, and I'm not advocating for Connor because I don't care about Connor. What I'm advocating for is that I read a Superman-related comic that was about heroism and action.
Yeah,
dude, I definitely understand. I mean, I bust your chops, but I'm kidding, man. I understand.
Yeah, no, I know. No, I know. And I, look, if I can not like something and then go back and like it. Like it's just
happened to me. Yep. Believe it or not.
There you go.
Shocker.
So yeah, it didn't. What did happen on? Do you remember or what was the?
Oh, I mean, as far as like not liking something, going back and liking it. I mean, it's happened a few times. I'm gonna have to think of I can think of some certain movies that I've saw one time. And that's whatever. I mean, that's like don't allow I hated, then went back and loved it, maybe. But thought that wasn't very good. Then you go back. I actually kind of like that better. Many examples that probably one of them would be the movie Soldier with Kurt Russell.
Yes.
Oh, I like that movie.
I liked that when I first saw it. Then I went back and watched it again. I really like this. I really like it now. And then I haven't seen it in a while. I want to go watch it again. But I just like pulled one example right out of my ass right there.
Yeah, that's nice. I like I like Soldier. That was a cool movie. I thought you were gonna say Solo for just a second.
No,
not Han Solo the movie, but Solo with Mariel Van Peebles.
Oh yeah.
Which Sean is laughing because we we both love
somersaults out of the way of bullets and stuff. Yeah,
that's what I love about you guys. You've seen everything, man.
That's accurate. Okay, that is very accurate to real life. Hey Joe, what's going on, man? No, the late '80s Superboy TV series.
I like that show.
Yeah,
sure.
It's awesome.
First season was shit, but you know.
Yeah, so I think like 3 and 4. Well, 2 had more of the comic book guys in it, and then 3 was a bit more like
3 had better stories. But man, you had Sherman Howard in 2 though. 2
3 and 4 were more like chasing that X-Files money kind of, right?
No, but that was that before
X-Files? It's before though. There was a whole zeitgeist. Like I mean, like Probe, right? Like Probe was before X-Files as well. So
okay. Yeah. The 3 is where they're in that they're in that investigation and paranormal investigators thing or whatever.
Yes.
Whatever. But Lana's that's the best Lana. Easy.
Oh good lord. Stacey Heideck is still hot, man.
Oh my god. Like we can just do a stream with just yeah, she's awesome. All right, so let's say so I can't see you guys when I you know how it is, Clobberin.
That's okay.
I can't see you.
Gotcha.
So I can see the chat though because I made my window a little smaller so I can still see the chat. So Nan, did you read that, Clobby, or no?
Not really. Well, again, I respect it, you know, but I never really picked up any. I don't pick up a lot of war books. I mean, I get nothing against them.
I've read zero war books.
Geek.
Yeah, I like superheroes. Okay, so okay. So action. Do you remember this one? Does anybody remember this particular one?
I don't.
I don't remember this one at all.
This cover at all. Yeah,
I bought it, but in my defense, at the time I was married. Believe it or not, something married me. I can't explain why. And I married, you know how much I love Superman. I'm going to have to tell you that. But I married a woman who, not like the geek that we are, but I met her at a geek con. And my kids, you know, were created as geeks because of 2 geeks. I met her at the con. But she, of course, was a big Superman fan. She just wasn't discriminate like me. In other words, I hate, you know how I felt about the burn crap. So I stopped. But and she didn't read a lot of regular comics. But I had to go, when I get my comics, I had to get her things she wanted. And I hated anything after that, so I would have to buy forever. I had to buy the Superman titles for her, all of them, and so I bought this for her. And I would always look at it, flip it, go, "This is crap." That teaser, just shut up, leave me alone. Let me read it.
So this is Roger Stern, is the writer on this. Is credited as the writer. I don't remember that one. So AD&D, Sean, are you still trying? Are you trying to get these or?
I'll try it. I have other series I want to hold up first, and then.
Yeah, they're kind of neat.
There's so many of these. So,
and here's Luther Arkwright.
I used to buy this.
You used to get this. I could take a look.
Yeah, Brian Talbot's a great artist. I mean, it's beautiful art in this comic. And I think I bought the first series at least for sure. I don't know what in this one is, but great artist. So,
what issues is number 9?
Okay.
Can you guys see this? You guys can see the screen? Okay, right?
Yeah, it's just tiny for me.
It's just tiny. Yeah, so I'll try to. So okay.
I'm on phone, so
I'll call them out. I'll call them out, and if we can, and then if we see one, we can look at it better. So this is Adventures of Superman now. So I can't tell who's on the cover there. Oh, is this a Legion of Superheroes?
It's a Legion when I have this one.
But it's later Legion now, so
it's later.
Doesn't count for me.
Yeah, so Legion ended in 89.
Post-crisis. So,
for me, it is. I mean, I don't tell anyone else what to do, but you know, hey, Mario Brothers, yay!
This is a Sean comic.
Yeah,
Sean comic. Yeah, I need to zoom in on that one. Akira, my wife loved that. We got obviously. I took a university course on Japanese culture and stuff, so I did my thing on Akira. So we don't need to really look at that. Alf, Sean, do you have this
as well?
Akira?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Sean, did you have this one?
I have Alf as well. What is that, like 12 or something? So yeah, I bought a lot of these things.
But the Alf comic, with apologies to Mexican Iron Man. He hates Alf for some reason. I love him to death, but hates Alf. I mean, the whole TV show, everything.
It's funny how long that lasted. Like, how many issues was that?
That was issue 44. Just looked at.
Oh yeah, wow.
So that's pretty good. Alien Nation. I mean, I like the movie. I never really got into the comics. Did anyone get those?
Is this continuity comics or?
Malibu.
Malibu? Okay.
Yeah, I think I probably flipped this one and put it back on there. I don't think I bought this one. I mean, usually for me not to buy that Planet of the Apes thing.
What do we got here? This is Alpha Flight. This is Fabian, whose name I can't pronounce.
Nicieza, I can't stand it.
Yeah, Nicieza or whatever. Professor Bill told me how to pronounce it, and then I promptly forgot. Like, I wasn't trying to be rude. I was like, I'm not gonna remember. So it's just, do you have this one, Sean? Spidey?
Well, of course. Yeah, this is a famous one where they're on an island, and then Peter Parker fixes death by like having a skeleton blow up with his costume around it. I know people don't like Venom. I love all this storyline here. So I don't know.
Oh my god, I gotta give you I gotta give you something for that one. That like you just pulled that. This is like a random cover.
Well,
I love this issue. Yeah.
Well done. Man.
You know what? I think I had a good thing for this, but I think I got rid of it. Oh no, here we go. Here.
Check out the big brain on Brad.
It's like,
well done, Sean.
Whoa.
That was impressive, dude.
That was like crazy. It's like, okay, random cover. Here's the whole story. You're like, all right.
Yeah, no, I was big into Spider-Man in this time, so yeah.
All right, that's awesome. Okay.
I'd already dumped out of Spider-Man also. Angel and the Ape's based on an old comic from the 60s. This was a revival of sorts.
That's what I thought.
Phil Folio was a great artist. He did a lot of stuff like he was not traditionally a comic book artist. He did a lot of fantasy art stuff with Robert Asprin series and things like that. Phil Folio, a very famous artist who didn't really mess with comics that often. I probably picked this one up just because he did it, but I can't remember, to be honest with you. So
it's not part of the they're like, this isn't part of the DC.
It is an old 60s DC comic.
And we got another Angel.
I can't remember if I bought that. I think I might have bought that. I know my buddy of mine did because he's a big fan of Phil Folio. So,
all right. Angel. So this is Angel of Death. Never heard of this one.
Didn't pick
what
it
company
up.
is it?
Innovation.
Oh, Innovation. Yeah, okay.
They did some good stuff.
Yeah. Oh, Animal Man. Oh, I probably have this in trade. I got a lot of these in trade after one of the comic shop. Some guy at the comic shop actually recommended something cool, and I was like, "Oh, this is."
I dumped after 26. Brent Morrison. I love and hate with him because he got things I hate and things I love. I love his first 26 issues, and he left the book, I think.
This is
and
Tom,
I dumped out.
Tom Veitch.
Yeah, he worked with Alan Moore a lot and stuff like that. Yeah, I like Veitch fine, but after Morrison had said all he wanted to say with the first 26 issues, there's nothing in Animal Man to the comic that I cared for after that. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anne Rice. I mean, that's just the Vampire Lestat.
Wow.
Ape Nation #1. Ape Nation #1. What the hell?
Yeah, I didn't.
Who is this?
Did not touch it.
Oh, Malibu.
This is Malibu.
Yeah.
Yes, Malibu.
So it's like what? Planet of the Apes meets Alien Nation? Is that what that is?
I think it is. Yes.
I always thought that that crossover was Dark Horse, but it was Malibu. Yeah.
Malibu was a pretty small company at that point.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Until they teamed up with Image. Yeah.
So Marvel bought them out. Yeah.
All right. So in tradition, we have a #2 coming up. So for the first #2, only the first #2.
Okay.
We're only doing this for the first #2. We're not doing it for every #2. So for our first #2, we play this.
I'll have my revenge, and Deathstalker too.
All right. I just watched Deathstalker 2 last weekend. It's a bloody masterpiece.
It's even I've seen that.
Oh, I'm so happy you've seen it.
Back in the 80s, 90s, a buddy of mine used to bring it to my comic shop and play it on my TV there.
There's a lot of nudity. There's a lot of nudity.
90s. Oh yeah.
You're playing that in the comic shop? I'm going to your shop.
Well, at night.
Oh,
you think I let him play that in the daytime? No.
Well, I was thinking, I'm like, this is a great comic shop, man. I gotta go.
What year did that come out anyway? Like 86, 7, something like that?
Deathstalker 2, I don't remember.
89 or something? Or
no way, really? Well, everybody on there, the guy who plays Deathstalker.
It may have been after the shop, then it may have been at his place, and I'm just confusing it. But
yeah,
it was a weird movie.
The guy who plays Deathstalker directs shows, like he directed Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. episodes. Like he's like a big TV director.
Go on and do
Appleseed is awesome. We have all of these, so that's cool. Like not the American one, but like the Japanese version. Archie, we usually skip those. Nobody does Archie.
I just want to say one thing about Archie.
Yeah,
it's like I never see videos about Archie dying. It's like it's always Marvel and DC. It's like Archie had their business model. They stuck to it.
Oh God,
they continue to stick to it, and they're good, man.
At least back then.
Yeah.
At least back
I think it's still going, man. Like
it's still going now, but they're weirdos now.
Yeah.
They still got some of their traditional books. I shouldn't say that. I mean, they still got some of the old time artists still working for them.
The digests are still around. They're still the traditional art. So
yeah, and they're still in the you still see them in the grocery store.
Like
I own Brian. I own every Appleseed anime, or I own everything there is to own for Appleseed.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, and Ghost in the Shell, and what else? What's the other one? Evangelion. I own everything you can own.
Oh, cool. Wow.
Okay, so
nice.
Archie.
I bought
Armageddon
this.
2001. Yeah.
Some reason.
So this is Archie Goodwin. Archie Goodwin.
I mean, he was a great writer. I guess that's probably maybe he's got Dan Jerkins, Dick Giordano, but I was really getting sick of events and stuff at that point, as I was later as well. But
yeah. Right.
Hey, Chris.
Chris Barza, what's up, brother?
No, I didn't get this at all. So I totally missed out on this.
Wave Rider.
Wave Rider. Oh, is this the introduction of Wave Rider?
I think so.
Yeah. Okay. Where are we at here? Avengers. Let me see this one. I might have this one. Do you have this one, Sean?
No, I don't. I don't remember this one. It's my roster though, man. So I must have it somewhere.
I know this is the Sean. I'm very disappointed. This is the Sean Avengers roster here.
Oh man,
this is my era.
Way gone by then.
Well, because I was a kid, right? So yeah.
I understand. Sure.
Yeah.
So hold on a second. Let me look, because like if White Vision was in a comic, there's like a very good chance I would get it.
Like She-Hulk, Circe. Which
one is this? 332?
Yeah, White Vision.
I don't have this one. I just checked my. See, another good thing with your phone, you can keep your comic.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so you don't have that one. What about
What's
this
that
one? Oh, I have every West Coast Avengers issue almost.
West
so I
Coast
definitely have this.
Avengers.
Yeah, I definitely have this. Or I mean, I'm only missing like 7 issues or something. So.
Badger Bedlam.
Mike Barron, good old Mike Barron. A Badger was a comic I liked. In fact, a buddy of mine drew this one, Stephen Butler.
Oh wow!
And so I don't have it. He was right. He started working for Mike Barron doing his Bachelor books for a while. I love Badger. I can't remember. I know I'm sure I had this one, but I can't really.
This looks really cool. Like it looks very creepy. So that's kind of neat.
Yeah.
Barbie, you're getting your own movie finally.
Yay, Barbie! I bought all these in this kid.
They last a long time, like about 50 something issues.
Yeah.
Oh, there she is.
Like, yeah.
See, they got all the races in here even back then. What are you talking about? 462. I might have this one. The 400s is where I was like.
I probably have this too.
You guys like the Brave Fogel stuff? I mean, I don't know. I guess I wasn't big on Brave.
Yeah, it was movie hype perhaps, but like any Batman thing I bought. Well, yeah.
Fair enough.
I mean that I saw that movie 3 times in the theater, and I watched it 22. I bought it on VHS and watched it 22 times until my friend crushed the cover, and then I was like, I was really upset.
Is Batman Returns 91?
92.
92? Okay.
Mm-hmm. So that was in between the two movies right there.
Yeah.
What the heck? Okay, so Betty, Veronica, what is this? Torchy? Whoa, look at that.
Bill Ward's Torchy. She's a character from Playboy magazine in the 60s and stuff. Bill Ward was a good girl artist, as they would. And this has some, I guess, I'm thinking it's reprints of the old, some of the old Bill Ward stuff. But I don't know, because I would think I would have bought that probably. If maybe I did. I can't remember. But yeah, I can't really tell you what's in there, other than it's probably reprints from Playboy mag or some of the other strips. I use the word stripped in good girl art. They called it good girl art back then. This is a reprint. Not a reprint. Okay. Not a reprint. Excuse me. A return, like a sequel to Don McGregor's. Don McGregor was did a famous run on Black Panther in the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
And was this like a mini series of some kind with prestige format? That's what I meant to say.
Yeah.
I mean, the cover looks pretty cool.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Cap, I think I have this one. If I don't, I will have it.
Which logo do you like best, J-Man and Clobby? Like,
not this one.
Yeah, this is really classic to me, but it's sort of like we have a flavor of ice cream in Canada called Super Kid, and it looks like this.
Yeah, it does.
Man, I came up with. I was like, why don't they do Marvel ice cream? And you could do all their like Hulk would be like a mint and a mint and the purple could be like an ube or something. Like you could do all these like I don't know why they don't do that. No, yeah, this logo's okay. If we see the logo I like, I think we passed now because this is going to be. I think I like the one that was before this, but I'm not. I don't remember. I'd have to look at them all. Never bought any of these Captain Adams at all. Oh, 52. Somebody's buying them.
I bought the first year or so of them. The first issues had, like, was it Carrie Bass was writing with nice Pat Broderick art, but I can't really say I was buying it at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. So okay, we can.
I feel like whenever they adapt him in a cartoon movie or something, he dies, and I'm like, why does he suck so bad? But a piece of him rips and he blows up, right? But
yeah.
Casanova #1. Okay.
Aracel, Malibu, whatever they were. Yeah, I don't think I picked this one up. I don't know why.
I think I'd be getting that.
I didn't see it.
Cat and Mouse. This just looks like I don't care. Yep.
I remember it. Didn't buy it. I mean, I was at so many comic shops. So much time at comic shops. It's not a cover here that doesn't jog a memory that I looked at or handled or sold to somebody, put in somebody's folder or any that kind of stuff. So that's where your memory gets screwed up because I'm like, oh, I bought that. No, I didn't buy it, but I sold it. No, I mean, I had it in I saw it. I don't know now. Where did I buy that one? Usually I didn't. So I actually get confused sometimes. I'll see a book that I'll go, I'm pretty sure I bought that. And other times I'm like, maybe I just sold it to somebody. But I know one thing. I held it in my hand and sold it to somebody, put it on a rack or something. Every one of these, not every one of these, but a lot of them.
Yes, this is like right in your time here. This is innovation. What is this? Celestial.
Innovation did a lot of interesting stuff.
This looks kind of cool.
Yeah, don't think
it's like a Barbarella type look.
Right, and stuff like that. I may not have ordered much of it, so maybe I'm only for like folders and didn't put it on the shelf sometimes.
Right. And these are all Cerebus. We know Cerebus, right? So we can.
Yeah, Cerebus.
So this is Challengers. For a while. Yeah. This isn't Kirby though, right?
No. Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale or somebody like that were doing it. I don't think I'm bothered with this series, to be honest.
All right, go to the next.
In fact, I'm pretty sure I didn't. And see how I'm not sure committal because I'm like, I know it. I had it in my hand at some point. Oh, it's frustrating when your memory does that to you. Like, I know that comic, but maybe I just looked at that comic and didn't buy it. Go ahead.
Chaser Platoon. This looks like anime or something.
Anime, yeah. Or manga.
Manga, yeah. Cheval.
Oh, Cheval Noir, yeah.
Dark Horse. Oh, I think I have this one. I think I have Child's Play.
You gotta have. I'll be disappointed in you if you don't have this one, man.
Yeah. Well, I've got the big Chucky right here. Have you seen my big Chucky? I got life-size Chucky.
I didn't know you had a Chucky.
Oh, I've got the life-size Chucky. Yeah. I brought him to work I bring him to work for Halloween.
Let's see if Tom has this. He loves Chucky.
I do love Chucky. He's a good guy, and he is a good guy. Classics. So this is Jungle Book.
I remember these.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah. First Comics did those. I think did First Comics do those? Yeah.
First. Yeah. Oh, Robinson Crusoe. That's cool.
Yeah.
These were all brand new, as I remember them, because there was like brand new art. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is all. Yeah. It's all. It's just different. Every issue just is like a different thing. That's kind of neat.
I think so. Yeah.
I think I have this one. I'm not sure. I have a lot of these. Hellraiser, obviously.
They made a lot of those, and Nightbreed as well.
Yeah, I have one or two Nightbreeds. We can go by them quickly.
Nightbreed, there you go.
Yeah, that's cool with his.
It's Epic, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
How long, Clobby, do you know how long Epic lasted as an imprint?
I remember first they had Epic Magazine, then later they made that Epic reprint where, as you know, creator owners could do, own their own comic Marvel imprint. I think it lasted somewhere within the mid 80s, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere into the mid 90s, roughly about when they finally ended up going all the bankruptcy crap stuff.
I thought it was just an 80s thing, but yeah.
Maybe I think it lasted into the 90s a little bit, but don't quote me on that. My memory now, I don't trust it anymore.
This is 91, so that's why I was asking. So,
it was around for a little bit, but I don't think too far. I don't think it made it into the super late 90s, but again, it might have. There were some good books from Epic.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're still in the beginning of 91, so here's the Conan Saga.
which
Right.
not to be confused with
Savage
Sword.
Yeah. So here's the story. If you, I don't know if you can see my highlights. These are what's reprinted in this comic
in black and white.
in
Yeah.
black and white.
Yeah.
I always
Which is
thought that was
interesting.
such a ripoff. Like as a kid, I was like, well, what's the point then? Like, you had him in
Yeah,
comics.
like I don't mind Savage Sword because those are news stories, right? So here's
Usually,
Conan,
yeah.
normal
Yep.
Conan, right? Like Roy
you
Thomas,
go.
all that stuff, right? So yeah, we all know that one.
That was like
Oh, is that
very
Zula in there? Oh shit, that's cool.
Zula. Yeah.
Like the man, like the man version, not the
Right.
not the.
Oh boy, continuity. Neil Adams continuity comics. Boy, were these crazy. Man, they could not keep
Whoa,
the
look at
schedule.
that.
Oh
They
yeah.
could not. They would take forever, and they were usually he farmed it out. I mean, he barely did any real art for him. He didn't do anything for this one at all. But
So
yeah,
no continuity apparently.
they were stumbling along. There was zero continuity. Yeah.
But they did make it into
Daredevil.
like convenience stores and stuff. I remember because I can't
True.
remember.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember if Innovation or Continuity had Ghostbusters. One of them did.
I think it was Innovation.
Innovation?
But
Yeah.
I think so. I don't think they had, one title I really did like about Innovation was their Lost in Space series.
Yes,
That's
that was
pretty good.
cool. Yeah.
That
was a
Ghostbusters was in
continuation one, right?
that was
Yeah.
convenience
Mhm.
stores.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Daredevil.
Lee Weeks did nice art on this, but I wasn't buying Daredevil at this point.
I have every Daredevil on digital, so I definitely have this. I haven't read them all, but I have them. Dark Horse Futures. I mean, it's just
Debbie
Predator.
does Dallas, yeah.
Debbie does. Well, Dallas needed to be done, so someone had to do it.
Someone
had
had to do
to
Dallas. Let it be Debbie.
What if they did the entire cast of Dallas, the show? What if it was Debbie does the cast of Dallas?
that would be a hit. Boom, boom.
Okay. DHP Dark Horse Presents. Okay, so that's fine. Dark Hawk. Did anyone like Dark Hawk? Were you guys
I
into
liked
that?
it for a bit, and then I stopped reading it. Yeah.
Never bothered.
I thought it was so random. They just introduced this guy in his own comic, and then
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "Oh, that's cool."
They give it a shot, huh? Right?
Yeah.
What's this one? Dead Walkers and Deadly Foes of Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, I have this.
Yeah.
I saw it the other day when I
Is
was.
this reprints or what is this?
I don't
No,
think
it's a brand new story.
Oh wow.
I never didn't buy it, but
I don't think I've seen that. That's weird.
Deathlock. I bought this just because I love Deathlock. Dwayne McDuffie's a good writer, but if I recall, I think I bought it anyway. If I recall, I probably didn't think much of it, but I don't know.
Yeah, I
love
don't.
Deathlock.
He looks cool. Death World. It's like okay.
That's based on the science fiction book, I guess.
Yeah, Harry Harrison. Yeah.
Harry Harrison. Yeah. Oh, there's Debbie.
There's Debbie. Yay, Debbie.
It's just so odd.
What is that comic?
We're just gonna skip it. Just I don't want any problems.
They had some risque comics there. The Defenseless Dead, based on a Larry Niven novel, I guess.
Yeah, that's cool.
Malibu was ambitious, weren't they?
Demon.
Yeah, I love the Demon, but I don't think I was touching this one right now.
No, this is weird. I think I got the first few issues of Demon and then I stopped.
Well, Matt Wagner did it for a while. Then lately it got kind of, I don't know.
This is weird. Detective. I think I remember this comic, but I don't have this one.
Jim Aparo. Wow. Cool.
Oh, wow.
I wasn't buying Batman at that point, so I don't know, but I like that. I like this,
Yeah, like
Michael Golden cover. Look at that. Wow.
Yeah, so moody for this time. Yeah.
This is crazy. I didn't see this.
You probably have it.
Dirty Pair. That's anime.
I remember this one.
Yeah, I got the anime of that.
Manga.
Dr. Fatty. There's Dr. Fate.
Yeah. I was not really wouldn't mind this one.
No.
Yeah, I
like
don't have
Dr.
that.
Fate, but yeah.
I've read like 2 Dr. Fate comics in my entire life. Baron Blood is back, man. If you didn't buy this, you missed out because he's back. I don't know. I have no idea. I didn't
buy it either. We both missed out.
I guess we all missed out. Well, it's Roy Thomas, so I don't know.
Yeah, and Danny Thomas.
Oh, I have this one in digital.
This was popular. Everyone loves this, raves about this run. I just couldn't get into the art that much. I mean, I like Morrison sometimes, but I hear it's good though.
Yeah,
very popular.
The cover is Simon Beasley. Is that how you say his name? He's cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Dragonlance. Yeah, these are cool. Take TSR.
I wouldn't mind tracking all this down, like all those TSR comics. They made
that's what I was asking with the AD&D.
Yeah.
Sean, would you just like do that at a con or something, or you go online? You like fishing at a con, like really?
I'd rather go to a con because, like, the thing is the shipping costs and everything for online. If I really have to, like, I had to finish my ROM that way, so
Oh, you finished ROM? Oh man.
Yeah, I finished ROM.
Damn,
I still gotta do a video on that, but yeah.
I'd love to see that video. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, he finished that
That's
up.
awesome, dude.
What was the other? What was it? What's the one you're trying to? What was the one that you're trying to still finish that we were just talking about? Well, there's a show in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Well, sorry, not this weekend, but next weekend is one of the. It's not the super one that we go to, but it's like not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad. I am still trying to do Savage Sword. I know you are too, but
Well,
wow.
I let man, you know what? Like I let you take all the Savage Swords because you know what? I'm really trying to be like super focused. I'm too far gone on Savage Sword now. Like I'm too far away. I'm so close on these other things that I really want to do Superboy and Legion as we were talking about, but I'm trying to do some of the Superboy stuff. I really want to finish DC Presents. I'm so close to DC Presents. I'm so close. I'm like 4 away from Doctor Strange. Like I'm so close on these that I'm like, you know what? Like I saw you were grabbing every Savage Sword, so I was like, just let Sean take them. Like,
wow.
You know why? I bought all of the volumes of reprints, the phone books.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I know, but they don't reprint everything. That's my problem with that.
They don't. They don't.
Because it's all different stories too.
You mean the omnibuses? Or?
Yeah, but
everything? Yeah.
They'll be missing things here and there. Like if there's a story that now they don't have rights or some shit or whatever. Like
Yeah.
Just like 2-in-1. I bought the phone books of 2-in-1 and they didn't have the Doc Savage story. They didn't like. There's some that they don't have.
The Shang-Chi ones or no?
Right with Fu, because Fu Manchu. Right? So it's like stuff like that. It's like you're kind of just like, wow. 2-in-1. I've got a shit ton of 2-in-1s as well. And I was doing Defenders. I was trying to complete Defenders. It's really hard. So I was like, I got to stick. Superman's my guy. Like I don't have. I want to do like some of the Kurt Swan Supermans and try to get a whole bunch of those. And I really want to do Superboy. So that's what I'm focusing on next weekend. And actually, this weekend, now Sean, I don't know if you care, but the shop that's next to Steve's place, Sean and I are going to Steve's house this weekend. And there's a comic shop there that has some stuff that I was able to get. I got some Superboy and Legion comics. I got a 197 beater copy for like $4.
Oh wow!
So I just grabbed it. So and that's $4. So that's like $2.50 American or something. So it's really cheap. Anyways.
Oh, I remember what I was trying to complete. I was trying to complete all the Lexor books, like all the pre-crisis. So I have half of them now. And I have the first story as well. That was one of my first comics. So yeah, that's what I was trying to do with the last show. Superman stuff is very few and far between at these shows, which is disappointing because it's Superman. So yeah,
and I'm usually the only one grabbing it, and I'm always the first person. I'm the first person in every con we ever go to. I'm the first guy in. and no, but Sean, remember? Well, Sean helped me out with the Destroyer.
Yes,
because I missed that guy. Because that guy had all magazines. I was like, Sean's gonna just take Savage Sword, so I'm just gonna move on. And then you're like, wait, he's got Destroyer. I was like, shit, I have to go back because normally I'm just.
So J-Man, what the hell? Yeah,
I need Destroyer. I need to finish that.
Yeah,
I gotta get that. So I had to go back. I was like, crap. And then guys were passing me like, crap, people are passing me. And that one bastard, and Clobberin, I told you, that one bastard passed me on 247 Adventure Comics. I was effing pissed. Right.
Damn.
It was like a piss. I mean, look, it's like the dog ate the comic or something, right?
Right.
I'm like, it was $15. I'm like, oh man, I'm like, I don't care. And the guy had it in his hand and he's haggling. And I think it was like $30. He's like, you do half off. And I was gonna be I don't want to be that guy, but I was like, I'll give you 30. Like I'll give you what you're asking.
I'll bid you.
I didn't do it. I should have done it. I literally thought about it. I thought, man, that's a dick move. But anyway, so that pissed me right off. But I had to get the story. Okay. Alfred, does anyone know? We'll go a little bit quicker now. Alfred, no, I don't. Anybody care about that? Green Lantern. This is Emerald Dawn 2. I never read any of these.
Every time you see the name Gerald Jones, I can't even, because he's a very bad person that's in jail right now. Much like the cover of this comic. Is the irony of seeing this right here. That's the view that Gerald Jones has right now.
Wow.
It's like Jailbird Joey in Back to the Future, where he's like, you better get used to these bars.
Get used to these bars, kid. Well, using the word "kid's" weird too, considering. But yeah,
Oh, boy, yeah.
I had to communicate that. The only way I could communicate it to you there. So yeah,
All
it's
right.
disturbing when I see that name, and I don't know why I brought it up. Sorry.
That's okay. Equinox, yeah.
Ladies,
Excalibur, the sword of power,
yeah.
Excalibur.
Yeah, but it's not. But Alan Davis wasn't on the book anymore at this point. So
no, this is I never got any of these. I was actually disappointed that it wasn't about like it didn't have it, or did it have Excalibur in it, like the sword, or no? Right? Does Captain Britain use?
Captain Britain was in that book for a while, wasn't he?
Yeah, but he doesn't use like King Arthur stuff, does he?
No, I don't think so.
No.
Okay.
Not that I remember.
Maybe FF.
I was I actually bought this, and I was done with the comic. This is when I came back when Simonson went back for like 2 seconds, or when not back, but when he went there for 2 seconds, and what issues is 350, 351, 352. I don't know how long he did that. Not long after this, but it was kind of cool because I said, "Oh man, I gotta go," because I was way done with FF. I was so aggravated with it, how bad it was. But this was good, and it didn't last. And a lot of that stuff you see in that comic there was ripped up at the stupid Loki TV show, by the way.
Oh yeah, no.
I can't
AC Comics. We called them Abundant Cleavage Comics.
Yes, there you go.
Fetish Comics, yeah.
I had a buddy of mine actually worked for them, though. He drew their comics for him because he was an artist and they paid him.
So, hey, that's how it goes. Hey, they copied the A-Team. It looks like the A-Team.
It looks like A-Team, yeah.
Okay, we're skipping that one.
A-Team.
The Flash. Yeah. The Flash is dead. Oh, no. Long live the Flash.
Yep, number 50. You know, Meisner and Loebs, he's a tragic story. The guy also did a book called Journey. He's worked for Arbach Vandenheim for a while, and that guy's but I like the art by Greg Lewis. I think I may be not buying this one though, because it's Wally West. He'll always be Kid Flash to me.
Sorry. Yeah, I mean, I think this was our Flash. Like we didn't, because if you're like, I mean, Wally West was basically the Flash that we knew until and it was funny too, because the TV show when they came out with Barry, were like, oh yeah, Barry, okay, yeah, he's the Flash, right? And it's like it's so weird because it's like there's two. That was the only character that in my mind there was two. Like I'm like there is two Flash characters because the comics had Wally, but then all the other media had Barry, right? It was weird. Like it was just that was weird.
To me, Barry was Flash. The problem with DC for me was I read a lot of back issues of DC. Right. Even subconsciously as a kid, I was like, I not really fully understanding Crisis and Pre-Crisis. I gravitated to Pre-Crisis. And that might be because of the Super Friends. Probably those were the characters, right?
Yep, they are the characters.
Yeah.
That's why it was so weird, because if you read a current Flash, you're like, wait, who's this guy?
That's not the Flash. Who's this guy?
Like, that's weird. Yeah. And I didn't know what the hell. If you said to me, oh, pre-crisis, post-crisis, I'm like, I don't know. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
You didn't know what that was.
I'll be right back, fellas. I got something going on at the front. Yeah. I don't know what's going on. I'll be right back. Sorry. Fool
Killer, we talked about that.
Yeah.
The Killer of Fools.
That's Marvel, right? Yeah. It seems like something DC would have done, but
yeah,
it's like a vigilante gone crazy, and
Forgotten Realms.
Cool, man. Yeah, I've got the phrase of this.
Yeah, that's cool. G.I. Joe. Yeah.
Still going, man. Still going.
Shadow of the Torture. Okay.
I would totally buy it.
Wow, what the hell?
I flipped through it first and then buy it.
Ghost Rider. I mean, I probably would have bought this.
You should totally get this. Just get it.
I know. I haven't seen it anywhere yet.
It's only at what do you call that? In the GameSpots right now.
Okay, I'll check. But, yes, I'll check. There's a GameSpot at we're going this week to the mall over here, so we'll check it out. I'll check and see if they have that. I'll get it if they have it. I'll just get it. Yeah, who cares?
Just get it.
See, this looks very boring to me.
I know it's not action packed looking. Yeah.
Yeah, that was my problem with these. That's why I didn't get them. Green Lantern don't have any of these. This is Guy Gardner, so I definitely would have gotten this. Guardians. Do you have this one?
I don't. I think I jumped off at this point.
Okay.
Yeah. But I have it in omnibus form. But yeah.
This looks weird. Hate Hawk and Dove, which I sometimes get just random issues just because. I don't know why. Hawk World is awesome.
Cool. Yeah, Hawk World is my favorite.
of
Hawk
these
Man
of the
thing.
Hawk
Yeah.
of the Hawk
Yeah.
things. Hellblazer. Okay, yeah.
Hellblazer.
Garth
The
Ennis.
Pile Driver, yeah.
Oh, you're doing Pile Driver. I was doing Hellraiser 3, the
Oh yeah.
Motorhead Hellraiser. It's like, all right. Hulk. I don't have this one. I don't think.
No.
It's still Peter David, but I don't have this one.
Yeah.
I'm not getting all the Peter David ones, just the Grey Hulk ones. All right. Fate. So do you have this?
I have it in omnibus form. Because it's Dark Horse, no?
It is.
Yeah, Dark Horse collected all, so you can't get them digitally. You still can't. Dark Horse collected all their Indiana Jones stuff in trade paperbacks. I have every single Dark Horse trade paperback for Indiana Jones, and
Nice.
I'm glad I do, because they're not in digital or anything. I don't know what the problem is. I don't know if Lucasfilm can't get the rights or Marvel can't get the rights, or what's going on there. Yeah.
Iron Man. I have every Iron Man in digital form, so I have this, but I haven't read it. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just whatever. It's John Byrne though. Jughead. We can skip these. Jughead. Comic Vet, what's going on? Chris is coming on tomorrow night. He's one of our panelists for tomorrow night for the Spider-Man ranking. Steven has already told me privately that he's going to piss off the panel. And then I said, I'm going to piss off the panel. And now we're arguing who's going to piss off the panel more tomorrow night. I think Steve might piss off the panel more than me, but I thought I was going to piss everybody off.
Oh, man, I want to piss off the panel.
You want to piss? No, we're doing a Spider-Man movie ranking.
Oh, as long as someone gets pissed off,
everyone's going to hate. Everyone's going to hate Steve, I think, because Steve's really trying to go for this. Like, I was going to piss everybody off with my ranking.
Mm-hmm.
And then Steve's like, well, I think I'm going to piss everybody off. I'm like, well, I'm going to say my ranking first then, because I want to piss people off first before.
As long as someone gets pissed off, I'm happy.
Yeah, everyone always gets pissed off at some point, which is fine. It's all for fun. I actually don't really hate any of the Spider-Man things. So it's
the movies. You do the
movies. Yeah, I'm either just indifferent, like that was okay, or I really like them.
Yeah,
fair enough.
There's a couple I really like, and there's a couple I don't care about, and a couple that I really, really like. And then the other ones are just like, okay. It's the middle ones that's hard. Like, I watch when you guys do your MCU rankings, and it's easy for me to pick my five or six bad ones is super easy. My 5 or 6 good ones is very easy, but it's the middle that it starts to be like, well, is Ant-Man better than like Thor or whatever? I don't know. Like, I'm trying to just make up names, but like, that's where it's harder, right? Like, we know Winter Soldier, Captain America, Avengers, like, we know these are like the good ones, Infinity War.
Cut above.
Right. Those are the easy ones. And then the bad ones, we know it's like Black Panther 2 and, Thor, Love and Thunder, and those, Eternals. Like, that's easy. But then it's these middle ones where you're like, well, like, is this better? It's hard. That's why I don't do the full rankings. I do the tier, like the tiered rankings, where we just say these
system.
These are the top tier ones. And then you don't feel as obligated to be like, well, is this better than that? Like, it's hard for me on some of them.
So
like,
is tomorrow tier, or what is
that? No, I want to do, because I made my list. I want to do straight lists.
I should make my list then. I didn't rewatch any of them because I don't need to, but
I don't need to. I've seen them all a bunch.
Yeah,
just the live action movies, or what do you?
Not counting any Nicholas Hammond ones, because some of those did come out in theaters. The live action movies, and also the Spider-Verse, because that came out
across the Spider-Verse or whatever.
Spider-Verse trash.
It's into the Spider-Verse.
Up the ass of the Spider-Verse.
Into the Spider-Verse. Yeah.
I just said it was into this. Across is the new one.
That one.
Anyways, you know what I'm going to do to piss everybody off right away before the stream even starts? I'm wearing my Ben Reilly baseball cap.
Oh no, my, that's horrible.
See, I thought I hadn't even started.
How dare you, sir?
Listen, everyone makes fun of Ben Reilly, yet they're seemingly okay with the 400 Spider-Man ripoffs that they have now. Spider-Man Noir, Spider-Gwen, Miles Morales. Who else?
Good point.
But those people. Like,
go ahead, Sean.
Like, I hate all of those guys. Like, what the hell?
That's fine.
No.
And that's fine. That's you guys are the control method, right? You're the control. That's fine. You don't like anybody but Peter Parker.
Yeah.
But everyone is okay with Spider-Man 2099. Everyone loves all these Spider people, but they hated the Clone Saga and Ben Reilly. I'm like, okay, well, why does he get the hate? His story in Amazing Spider-Man, those with Jackal, was pretty awesome. It was pretty cool. I thought it was pretty cool. And it's like, okay, and then they overdid it with the Clone Saga and they overdid it. Yeah, but now it's way overdone. There's so many Spider-Men, and everyone is okay with all of them, but they hate Ben Reilly. Well, why isn't he included in the ones that are okay?
Well, when you
a lot
say
of them
everyone,
didn't read the Clone Saga. Go ahead, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say when you say everyone, what do you mean? Because I think people of that time didn't like it. Like younger people reading these Spider-Man comics like all these new crappy Spider-Men.
Right,
but they don't know anything about the Clone Saga.
Right. Where's Ben? But what I'm saying is, where's Ben Reilly in this whole thing? Like Spider-Punk is cool, right? It's like we all like Spider-Punk. It's like, do you like Ben Reilly? What's that? Well, why don't you like the original clone then? He's the first clone or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
So, anyways, I like Ben Reilly and I like Spider-Man 2099. Those are the only 3 Spider-Mans I like. That's it. Anywho, fair enough. All right, let's move on. I'm gonna say this for tomorrow and piss everybody off tomorrow. Justice League. Okay, did anyone read any of these? I did not read any of these Justice Leagues, man. I don't know.
Where are we at now? At this point, I think I dropped it.
No, I dropped off. Yeah.
Okay,
I'd come back until they reboot it with like classic roster.
Yeah. Now, Clobby, I really liked this. I think I have this entire run. Did you like this JSA comic? Or
I liked it. Was this the one? There was the 8. Let me see this cover. I love the one that Lynn Straczynski and Mike Parabek did, but that's this one. A little bit later.
No, this is the one. This is. Oh, the first one.
There was an.
This is Lynn Straczynski.
Yeah, there was an 8-issue one. There was like a miniseries. And then there was the one that wasn't a limited series. This is not a limited series, is it? Right here.
I don't think so, but I got both.
Oh yes, that's 2 of 8. Now, this one was okay. I liked it. All right.
Yeah.
Then later, and maybe about a year or 2 later, they did one where it was an unlimited series, and it was Lynn Straczynski and it was Mike Parabek. I adored it. It only lasted like 10 issues, maybe, or 11. It was just called Justice Society, and it was so damn good, man. It was so beautiful because it was the real characters. Yes, they were living in modern times, but they were acting like the real heroes, and it was so. I mean, there's an issue where Alan Scott wipes the floor with Guy Gardner. It was fantastic.
I love Al. I've got an Alan Scott statue, 300 statue above here. The real Alan Scott, not the.
But this one was okay. It was not.
This was cool.
Yeah.
I like this. I like this a lot. I've got all of these. Kid, what the hell is this? This can go.
Is a Morrison or Kid Eternity thing based on the old Golden Age characters.
Oh.
Yeah. An old Kid Eternity, an old was it a Fawcett character or whatever? Yeah.
Oh.
That I did. Okay. Knights of Pendragon. Okay. Oh, it's a. Oh my gosh, it's gotten written and all that. Interesting. More Knights of Pendragon. What's this? Oh, Legion. So this is a no, right? This is a pass. Bobby.
I bought this for a while, believe it or not, but not, at this point, I think I was already checked out of it. It was called Legion 89 for the first year. I think I bought it, and for some reason, you know what's interesting about these Legion 89? It's almost like it was written to be like Blake 7. The characters are set up with a similar type of story, and they have an Avon type of. Vril Dox was like one of the ancestors, or one of the ancestors of Quirrell Dox, and he was sort of like almost an Avon type character. People said, "Does this feel like Blake 7 to you?" But it just got. Barry Kitson was a good artist, though.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Yeah, it's like I got my Blake 7 Avon right there.
Jealous.
Everything I have is custom. I have nothing that's not branded with the superheroes. Our general manager, I was at my day job in an office, and I just wear what I'm wearing now pretty much. He's like, "Do you have any article of clothing that doesn't have a superhero on?" I'm like, "No." I'm like, "I legitimately don't. So you can either let me go or just accept that this is what I wear to work."
That makes 2 of us, buddy. At least there are 2 of us.
That's awesome. Okay, so yeah, leather and lace. We can skip all these wonky ones. Sean, do you have this one, Zelda?
Yeah, I have it. Yeah, I was buying these Valiant Nintendo comics before the real Valiant was coming, which is coming right up in its row.
Coming up, yeah.
Yep.
I have this one, or I had it. I don't have it anymore, but I like this comic.
One, yeah.
I like this comic. Here's Legion of Superheroes. So this is like quote unquote regular Legion.
Tom and Mary Beer Bomb.
Tom and Mary, yeah, Beer Bomb.
Kitty
Yeah.
Giffen.
Yeah. Lone Wolf. I've got all these in the proper format.
I bought those.
Yeah, that's my favorite manga actually. So I've got all these.
Great.
And
I love Magnus Robot Fighter.
Now
this is Jim Shooter. I don't know about this particular exact.
Oh,
comic,
yeah, no, I bought this. This is the beginning of the whole Valiant verse.
this is special to me.
Oh,
This time, I was I can remember where I was and everything. Going the comic shop I used to go to. I was not in the business at the time. I was working with someone else, but I had friends with comic shops, and I was almost buying. I was buying very few Marvel or DC books. Buying most of the stuff. The few things I would pick up. I'd go every week and I would pick up were, non-Marvel and just non-mainstream. And I'd seen, I used to see all these old Dell comics, the Magnus Robot Fighter, your Dr. Solar Man, that kind of stuff. I never really read a lot of them, but so I saw this. I was like, eh. But above me said, hey, man, that Magnus is pretty cool. You got to take a look at it. I bought this, really enjoyed it. And then I started and just decided to pick up the other Valiant books just because I thought this one was okay. Mm-hmm. And for about 2 or 3 years there, my favorite comics on the racks were all the Valiant books. I really loved them.
Was Turok in there? So it was like Turok, Samson, Magnus.
Well, yeah, eventually they brought up Turok. That was years later. Though.
Oh, okay. What about Samson? Mighty Samson?
No, they didn't do him. They had
I didn't do that.
Solar, of course, he was originally Dr. Solar.
Dr. Solar, yeah.
I loved Exo Man of War. I loved Harbinger. My God.
Harbinger, Harbinger,
yeah.
Eternal Warrior. I loved Archer and Armstrong by Barry Windsor-Smith. Barry Windsor-Smith did a hell of a job on Solar Man of the Atom and Archer and Armstrong. Great comics. It culminated into after a year or two. They were pretty big, by the way, at that point. And they had the Unity, big crossover, one of the best crossovers I've ever read. That actually written a crossover that makes sense. That yes, it crossed over into the other books, but it was actually a really good cohesive story. I thought, which is rare for a crossover.
You reminded me. Let's check the poll. So we've got 10 votes so far. I said just who was doing it the best in the 90s. Marvel's 40%, DC's 30%, Image is 20%, and Valiant is 10%. So there we go.
Yeah, Valiant got a little out of hand and got a bit too 90s-ish into it, Ninjak, Bloodshot, Armorines, stuff like that.
That's when I started to lose interest.
Yeah, but because they started to chase trends, but this initial run was awesome. Exo Man of War was wicked. So
I just read Exo Man of War #1 yesterday, because they relaunched. So Valiant relaunched Exo just now. So then Sean, you were telling me, oh yeah, track down the old one. So I tracked down some of the old ones and I started reading those. I like the new one. The new one that just came out. I liked it.
Cool. Yeah, I was reading it.
Art's good. Did you get? You got it, Sean? Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome, man.
I was gonna get you one. I was like, I don't know if Sean got this, so I went to my shop and sold out. I was like, damn. I was like, God damn, it's sold out. I was like, shit. I hope Sean got one. I was like, damn, maybe I should have grabbed a couple. I wasn't sure if I should grab a couple while I was there.
Yeah.
Because normally I just buy anything that looks somewhat I'm like, oh, I'll get this. I'm like, wow, this is so good. And I'm like, crap, I'm gonna go get another one. It's like it's gone. It's like, I'm like, yeah. But I texted Sean immediately. I'm like, oh, you gotta get this Exo Man War. It's like a ticking time bomb here. Oh yeah, it's a Mark.
I love the original for sure. Like I said, for a couple of years there, those Valiant books kept me going. And then I bought a trade paperback of reprints of Magnus Robot Fighter because I don't know, I just really liked him a lot for some reason, and he was really, really, really cool. But yeah, so Moon Knight never got any of these. This is Mark Spector Moon Knight.
Yeah,
me either.
This is JMD Mateus, who I do like some of his ones. Marvel Age,
yeah.
Marvel Garbage.
Weapon X.
Weapon
I'm a
X
sucker. I'm a sucker for Weapon X. It's like
I knew it was never going to answer any questions when I so bought it.
Of course. This was like the Lost TV show where people were pretending that it was gonna make sense. And I said, do you know who's the writer or who's the guy on this? The showrunner, what's his face? Hack Abrams or JJ or Jar Jar?
Abrams.
I was like, it's Jar Jar. It's not going to make sense. And my buddy's like, no, they'll explain it all. I was like, I will bet you $1,000 it's never explained.
No, they keep it going. That he's the original mystery box. Honest to God, and I've said this to you, Jay, man. I never liked Wolverine, and part of the reason why was because of this. They were just like just drag out his origin, and then it's fake memories, and it's like, well, who is this guy?
Right.
You know, this guy sucks.
Yeah, but they're dragging out, but it's a guy with claws who kills people, and he's awesome.
Well, that's the thing.
Lost is dragging it out, and it's people on Lost is dragging it out, and it's people on a desert talking. I'm like, okay, I'd rather have you drag out Wolverine than At least he's fighting guys. Like, look, that looks cool. You're like, okay, there's a big something's going on.
The Claremont miniseries was awesome.
Oh, that was super awesome.
Like coherent stories, right? But yeah.
Oh yeah.
Marvel Tales with my buddy Namor.
That's cool. I think I have this too.
Matt, what is this? Master of the Rambling Gate.
Ooh, probably based on
a book.
Yeah, if it looked like a book, I wasn't going to read it.
Innovation license anything.
I can't be reading books. That's for. I know I write books, but I can't read them. Merlin, Mighty Mouse. Did you get this one, Sean?
I dropped off at this point, but I did have.
I started on at a point, so that's.
I got to save the day.
It was part of their big promotion of launching a comic a month, like Marvel, and this was one of them. So yeah, in 1990, I think it was.
All right, what do we got here? Mighty Mutanimals, yeah, whatever. Thor, Mighty Thor.
I had Mighty Mutanimals too.
Oh, you did? Oh my gosh, I have to go back.
It's all the TMNT characters.
Oh, it's the characters, right? Yeah, that's cool.
Anyway,
here's Thor.
Ron Lim.
You know, it is what it is.
That's cool. That's a cool cover.
Yeah, giant size special.
Yeah.
Mr. Miracle. I don't have any of these actually.
Me either. I dumped that a long time ago.
Yeah.
Kirby's.
Yeah. It's not Kirby. Kirby's Curse. That's interesting. Munden's Bar. Okay, I just got
like that. I love this. Was a back issue as a backup for a while in Grimjack, a comic I used to love. I don't think I bought this one.
Okay. Huh. Namor, I will have this one because I'm buying all these. So I mean, whatever.
I didn't like this series.
I know you didn't like it. That's why I tried to go quickly back before you said anything.
It's too environmentally like finger wagging and all that. Yeah.
Oh, come on. The environment. Yeah, the environment's a bad invention.
Oceans and you suck and that kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, we do suck and oceans are cool. So I don't know.
Too cool. You can die in them.
Naz. Yeah. Ooh, this is like some Indian thing or something here.
I remember getting this because of Ryan Talbot's art.
Cool.
Yeah, it looks pretty neat. What's this? Neon City. Ooh, interesting. Number 1. If there's a number 2, I'll be shocked. No. Archie's New Gods. So here we go. New Gods.
Way past Kirby time. Although it was Mark Abigail, he was a Kirby acolyte.
All right, so New Kids on the Block is still going at number 3 and number 5.
Oh my gosh!
There's like 3 issues of New Kids on the Block. Wow.
Oh. Anyway.
The New Warriors. Nope. That
I dropped off at this point, but I was into New Warriors for a bit. I was into all the crap books, man.
No.
When you're like 13, anyway.
Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah,
I think I have this one too. And he's the target of Hydra. That's not good. Game Boy, do you have this one?
Yes,
Sean?
I do.
All right.
It's basically Super Mario Land comics, but yeah.
No, I'd just be like, no. I just this just
That's
awesome.
Though.
But it looks like an instruction manual for a video game.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like,
it's an indie thing, man. Support the indie.
Here's the Marvel handbook. That's cool, right?
Yes.
Outlanders.
That's cool.
Pentacle. Ooh. It's like, who's this? Looks like the adjudicator from John Wick 3. Now this looks awesome.
Wicked, man.
Yeah. Some acquaintances of mine knew the people that actually made this book and gave me some copies of it. Look, it's an adaptation of Pierce Anthony. The Pierce Anthony book, apparently.
Yeah.
Cool. Planet of the Apes.
Hard to believe, but I wasn't buying a book with Planet of the Apes on it, which is weird.
Yeah, this looks just weird.
There's a whole bunch of Planet of the Apes from Malibu, I guess.
Yeah, they did it for a while.
How much does an ape? I was just thinking, how much does a gorilla weigh? I don't think they could actually sit on a horse. They'd probably kill the horse. I was just thinking.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, I'm not. I love Planet of the Apes. I have an entire Planet of the Apes section up there. I just thought, that just came to my mind. I'm like,
No, I got you.
A gorilla would kill a horse, but
Yeah,
but the ones in Planet of the Apes are more people-sized. So.
Yes, they're more which is why I don't. That's actually the reason I don't like those newer ones where they tried to make it all like before. I'm like, I kind of want them to be like people with clothes. I don't like
became civilized and they evolved to be more like human beings and they changed. That's what I love about in the original movies. The whole point of those original films is they act like people. They're apes,
right?
Because they changed. In other words, that's why I hated in that stupid Tim Burton movie when they're running around talking, but they're acting like animals. And
I didn't like that
abilities of animals.
Yeah. I didn't like that movie.
Change. I hate that one.
Right, they would evolve. Yeah.
Punisher 48. Oh, that looks cool. You get incinerated. Punisher War Journal. I have this because I own every issue of War Journal.
My boy Mike Barron.
There you go.
Mark Texer, nice guy.
Quasar. Don't have any Quasar comics.
Yeah, I jumped off of this.
Me either.
Question Quarterly. Ooh,
that's cool.
This was a pretty good book for a while. Question.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like extra length too. Yeah.
Richie Rich and the New Kids on the Block. So there's 4 New Kids on the Block. Richie Rich.
Gosh.
Riverdale. Robin, I have this in trade paperback. So this character here, the serpent guy or whatever it is, I can't remember his name now. He's one of the bases of my character, Sean, from the movie I played. So I merged this character with Van Damme from No Retreat, No Surrender, and that's how I came up with my Mr. Raymond character from the movie we made when we were in teens. So yeah, whatever. RoboCop. Who is he? What is he? Where does he come from?
I don't know if I have that. I thought I had all the RoboCops, but I guess I don't have this one.
RoboCops, actually, wasn't it? An S on the end.
Was it RoboCop? Oh yeah, you're right. Oh, they spray painted an S.
Yeah.
RoboCop 15, but there's RoboCops this time.
Fancy's here. What's up, Phantom?
Hey, Phantom.
What do we got? Robotech. So we know what Robotech is. Sandman. Never read any Sandman at all. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. No, I've read them all.
I didn't read it either. I'm sorry.
I don't know. I don't know. I couldn't.
On my bag.
Yeah, I don't know. And my wife.
Clever. It's just a bunch of different stories, but they're all connected, through Sandman. It wasn't a traditional superhero thing. So
I have every respect for it.
Yeah.
And every respect, many wonderful people. I mean, it's it's very popular. So.
Yeah, no, it's big. Yeah, you can't deny that. Savage Sword is the best comic of all time. Of course, we all know that. Look at how that's awesome that is. Oh, this is what I want. The movies.
I know. Yeah.
Oh,
Sensational She-Hulk. I have all these on digital, so.
Is it still Burn or?
Never bought it. No. He's gone at this point.
No, he only did like 8 issues, and then he came back after. Like he left for a while, then he came back.
That's right.
Gru. Here we go, Gru. Yep.
I didn't buy it much, but I like. I'm sorry, Aragonés was pretty cool.
All right, we're getting to the end. That's all right.
They're getting there.
Sergeant Rock.
That's cool.
He's now monthly. Boom! How you like that?
Take that.
How you like that shit? Right? It's right there. Shade. Yes. The changing.
Not the Ditko version.
No.
It looked too weird for me. I love the Shadow, but I never got any of the.
Or Shadow now. The guy who wrote that. Oh no.
Yeah.
The movie's this year, no? The movie is 91.
Oh my God! You scared me. Maybe? I thought you were saying there's a new Shadow movie.
No.
What? Oh my! I got the Shadow toy in the packaging. Right.
The quick draw Shadow.
Yeah, that's the one, man.
Yeah.
Eventually, there will be a Retro Blasting Clobberin Times team up reviewing that movie.
Oh, awesome!
Of the
I'm teasing that here now. So.
And I know you don't like it, so I'm already pissed off. It's awesome, and I know, and I like the Shadow radio plates. I've got 200 episodes.
Remember what we did with Judge Dredd? Remember when we did Judge Dredd? I'm gonna be fair, dude. I haven't watched that movie since I walked out of the theater in 1990, whatever it was.
Okay. I'm gonna be listening in on that. I'm gonna be taking notes, and if I hear any bullshit, I'm pointing it out.
Oh, it'll happen. I mean, we've got to get together.
I know it's gonna happen. I'm gonna need a full page of notes on.
Because it sucks. But
no, oh man, we both love the Phantom. Let's
totally
stick with
got
the
the origin
Phantom.
wrong. But anyway, good.
Well, they had to pick something. I don't know. I like the Phantom. Well, I love the Phantom.
No, I love the Phantom.
Yeah, and I also like the Shadow. But I also like the Shadow books, like the actual pulps, and I like the radio show.
Yeah, the radio show is awesome. Yeah.
I've got like 250 episodes of it or something.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Anyways, Surfer. Don't have any of these, unfortunately. I didn't get any.
Ron Mars was a garbage writer.
Well, there you go. Spectacular Spider-Man, which I actually like Spectacular Spider-Man, but
oh man, my boy Busick wrote that one.
Busick, yeah.
Cool.
And I wasn't reading it.
Spelljammer, which we just played yesterday.
I know Sean bought that.
Cool, man.
You did buy that, Sean, right?
I did not buy this.
You don't have Spelljammer, do you?
No, I want to get all these TSR books. I can't believe they made so many of them. You know,
did they do Ravenloft? I can't remember.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Dark Sun. My favorite.
They never did that. Yeah,
I know, and I really wanted Dark Sun because I love those books. Ooh, the spicy adult stories. We'll skip that. Oh, I have this comic, of course, because it's
yeah, we all have those. Yeah,
it's Toddster. So,
and he's in BC in this issue, like he's in British Columbia.
Yeah.
So
I know Clobby doesn't.
Yeah.
Star Trek. Is this good, Clobby, or no? Oh, Peter David.
I think Peter David, I'll tell you what, he was really good at writing Star Trek. Some of his Trek novels are really good.
Huh.
And his comics were pretty good too.
Yeah, I dug these DC Star Treks. I don't know why people don't talk about them more. They always talk about like Marvel Star Trek or something, but like I like the DC ones. They felt like actual Star Trek to me.
I think for me though, at first they were pretty lousy. A lot of bad writers on it, but I think it was really weird. It is something to talk about. We should actually talk about those one. But at this point, Peter David had a better handle on writing Trek than a lot of people.
Yeah.
See, I like Peter David is writing the only comic that I like in Marvel right now, which is Joe Fixit, and that's because it's all fighting. It's just like it's just Hulk fights a new guy. He fought Rhino, he fought Kingpin, he fought who else? It's like 3-year issues, and he fights different people in every issue. It's just him beating up guys and fighting. I'm like, right, that's what I want. I want Hulk fighting guys. And it's like not like let's think about his feelings and delve into his deeper conscious and subconsciousness. It's like I don't care.
Wait a minute. Are you saying they're not sitting around talking about their fifis?
No, not in Joe, but it's Peter David, and it's only a limited series, so they just let him do whatever he wants. And it's Grey Hulk, who no one cares about except for me. So they're like, yeah, just do whatever you want. And then Peter David's like, sure, I'll just do all action. I'm like, perfect. That's why it's the only Marvel comic I like.
I was going to say one thing that's funny about the Star Trek series is that I remember George Takei wrote a few of those, and but they're all just Sulu as the captain of the Excelsior.
Oh no, not that, man.
He was obsessed with that.
He's obsessed, yeah.
So I think he thought he was really going to be on a starship.
Yeah.
I'm going to play this for George Takei.
I recommend you try another sport, like knitting.
Wow.
All right, more. So this is next gen.
Yeah.
Here's the boring Starman to me. I just never got into this character. I don't know why.
Oh boy, this one here, dude.
Yeah.
That guy. This you know how I tell you about I had a wife that bought just a few weird off titles like that she had to collect every month. For some reason, this was one of them.
Oh my gosh.
You know why? You want to know a dumb reason? I'm so embarrassed to tell you this. Okay. Do you remember the movie Starman with Jeff Bridges?
For sure, I have it on Blu-ray.
You remember the TV series with what's that guy's name? Played him on there.
Yeah, I remember. I didn't watch it though. It's not John Carpenter, so I was like,
yeah, it was a TV show, but guy from Airplane. Damn it, what's that guy's name?
Oh yeah, from Air. Okay, let me.
The guy from Airplane played Starman. You guys didn't see that show, or did you see that show?
I never watched it because it's not John Carpenter, right?
For some reason, she loved that show. It didn't last very long.
Right.
Now, what has to do with this comic book? Nothing. But she bought this comic book. And she
there
were about 20 other Starmans from DC.
Right.
Right.
And this one was
she thought it was
she knew better. I told her. For some reason, she made me pick this damn comic up. Robert Hayes, this right.
Hayes, there you go.
And she's such a fan of that show. She like, from what I understand, they had like fan fiction of that show and stuff. She could look at it and stuff. It's weird. I don't know.
Wow. Hey, I found Human Target the other day when you were talking about it. So I found that. So if anyone needs me to lend them Human Target, I can lend it to them.
I just binged that again for like the 50th. I love that show. It's so short-lived, but I love it. 26 episodes of greatness. Well,
I'm just finishing up Linda Carter. I've got like maybe 4 or 5 left, and then I might move on. I want to do Superboy again. I haven't done that in like a long time. So maybe I'll do Human Target, and then we're almost finished. We're almost done Blake 7. We're halfway through season 4, and then we're probably going to do Prisoner again, and then after that, I don't know what we're going to do. I was thinking about Red Dwarf because you recommended. I'm trying to find
Red Dwarf's awesome. Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah, so maybe that one, but once I finish Linda Carter, I've got to finish Adam West Batman. It's like my 800th time watching them, but I like to finish them. So I'll finish that up, and then I'll be open. So I might do Superboy just because I've been pumped for Superboy recently.
If you see Human Target, let me know what you think.
Yeah, I got Human Target. So Sean, if you need me to loan that to you, I can loan it to you.
So good, man. I get bummed out every time I get through because it's so quick. It's like 26 episodes. Every time I get done with it, I'm like, oh man.
Yeah, it was short. It was only 2 short seasons, right?
Yeah, so good.
I didn't read Suicide Squad. Did anyone read this? I'm not really a Suicide Squad kind of guy.
Never cared for it.
The villains
should be villains.
Yeah, I'm not that. Do you have this one, Sean?
Yes, I do.
Oh wow!
I just want to say something about these. Even before this movie came out, these were worth a lot in the past few years, and I didn't realize that because I have them in crappy condition. And then all of a sudden, when I went to see, like, oh, maybe I could fill some holes here, they're like hundreds of dollars on eBay. What? And I was like, wow. What the hell? So I put them all in bags. I was like, what the hell, man? Yeah.
I wish there was a less. What's the word I'm looking for? Not less collectability, but less. Like it's like sometimes I just want to have the comics and read them.
Like it. Yeah.
It doesn't need to be like this thing where everything's boarded up and then now we got to seal it and grade it. I don't mind like something like, I bought the Cap 100 graded because it's kind of like that's a monumental thing. Okay. But it doesn't have to be like, I've seen people grading stuff that just came out this week. Like, it's like, I got this graded. I'm like, why? Like, like it's just random.
I hate grading because the thing is, it's like something that's maybe $10 raw is like 150 graded.
Well, it costs like $40 or something just to have them to do it or whatever, right? Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. That's just weird.
Yeah, it's a bunch of crap, man. And key collectors ruin the hobby, really.
Yeah, they do ruin it. And I've seen them at the shops too. And you can tell who they are. So is this the TV? Is this the TV show?
I bought these. Kurt Swan did this one.
Yeah, that's cool.
Awesome. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I love this. I mean, I bought them. I think I bought every issue of this.
Okay, so I'm going to try to get these because they look pretty neat.
Cover.
They're neat. Yeah.
They look pretty neat. You bought what's this?
I mean, they're just based on the show, but still, it's cool. It'd be cool to have them.
Oh my God, Phantom, are you saying you bought 92 of of what we're looking at? That's crazy. Or is it
crazy, including Debbie. You dirty boy, you. I always thought you were a sicko, Fanty.
And that's on stream now, so it's a good thing. It's a good thing I don't have many subscribers.
I sat through every reel of that disgusting film twice. Oh boy,
Superman.
Yep.
I don't have
it's a neat cover, man. I presume.
Mm-hmm.
Here's Swamp Thing.
Way after more.
Yeah. So. Well, the Alan Moore Swamp Thing is probably one of my favorite comics ever.
Oh yeah, it's great. I know Fanty bought this one. I'm going to predict the ones he bought now.
He picked 92. We're going to see how many there are.
I didn't buy this, but I did buy some Ted McKeever comics. Like, no, I did Stray Toasters. I'm just kidding.
Oh,
no, I did. No, McKee didn't do that. He did Plastic Forks.
What, really? Is this?
I'm not kidding.
Oh, okay. I have no idea. Like, what?
Plastic Forks.
I don't know. Maybe it's Turtles. Ooh, interesting. Titles. Yeah, Titles.
Mirage.
Yeah. So where's the real Turtles comic? Yeah, this one.
That's the Archie one.
It's not
Mirage
the
is
real
actually the real
one.
Archie's the one. Archie's the cartoon
Archie, one. I bought all the Archie ones. So yeah.
Yeah, I know you bought all the Archie ones. That's what I'm saying. What the hell? This looks like trash. Oh wow.
Well, the kids loved them.
Yeah.
Like when I can't read the title, it's like why? No, why? I can't read the
Terry
title.
Pratchett book, The Color of Magic.
Ooh. Tiny Toons. Cool. Oh my God, Toxic Avenger.
Oh God, I like the movies, but
are you a fan of Citizen Toxie?
I bought issue 1
I
and
like the first movie.
I didn't continue.
Not
this one, just issue 1. Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
We're gonna do a Days of High Adventure Citizen Toxie.
Oh God, yeah.
I love Citizen Toxie's like my favorite. And it's like, do you kill all the heroes? Even Dolphin Man, yeah, even Dolphin. Dolphin Man's like.
Transformers.
Oh shit! Transformers. I'm getting all. What the hell's going on with Galvatron?
There. So issue 80 was their last one.
80 is the last one?
Yeah.
Oh,
Twilight? This is a weird comic right here. Howard Chaykin. The only thing worthwhile is the Garcia Lopez art. This is really kind of, I mean, it's Chaykin, so I go in prejudice. Let's put it like that. But it's very dystopian look at the DC universe. I guess you could call it an Elseworlds book, maybe, I guess. So.
Yeah.
It's pretty neat.
Good art, though.
Uncanny X-Men.
The Former Men.
Yeah, I have this.
Yeah, I don't have this. I have them on digital because I have every X-Men comic on digital.
X-Men was pretty white hot at this point.
Yep.
Usagi.
Buddy of mine has every issue of this.
Did you see that they're doing like a CGI animated thing with this character?
Yeah, I've heard that.
What the hell? It's like that's
good. I got a friend who really loves that book.
Yeah.
Veronica. Oh, that's okay. Sorry.
I can't believe I missed that one. It wasn't in my folder.
Web of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Oh, Tony Isabella. Alex Saviyuk.
Wendy.
Everyone knows it's Wendy. Wendy has
for
me.
What if?
Okay. Dragged that sucker out, didn't they?
Oh, Atlantis Attacks?
What if Marvel superheroes had lost Atlantis
Attacks?
It would have sucked, I guess.
Nothing would happen. No.
Almost as much as the series itself.
Yeah, we love Atlantis Attacks.
We like Atlantis Attacks here. This is a pro Atlantis Attacks channel.
That's fine. I was just saying it as an off joke. I have nothing against it, to be honest.
No, it probably sucks, but the thing is that that's a summer that I went to New York and it all sorts of it was always there with me, so it's in my luggage and everything, and so it's personal.
No, I was actually just throwing it out there. I didn't even read it all, so I was kind of just kidding around. I promise.
Are you a pro? Okay, so here's the big test question: are you a pro Acts of Vengeance, or because we love
Acts of Marvel? All those Marvels, those ones you're talking about, I was done with Marvel at that point, so I was barely reading any of their stuff at this point.
All right, because Acts of Vengeance is like I literally I'm reading. I'm like, this is the greatest thing that's ever been invented. It's
wow, that's just an excuse for fighting. Yeah.
A lot of people liked it. So I have no qualm with it. Hey, Irving Forbush.
What the heck?
Forbush man? Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's the loose leaf.
Yes. So you can see the holes here. You can.
Yeah. I used to buy some of those. Who's what in the DC toilet?
Wolverine. I stopped at this point, but
Larry Hama.
Awesome. Yeah.
Wonder Woman. I might have this one.
This is when Perez was just writing it.
Yeah.
Not doing the art.
So I have a lot of this is like one of my main collections. So I might have. I probably have that one.
You probably have that one.
World Without End. This looks wicked. What is this? Wow, this looks really cool. I've never heard of this.
Seen it, but I don't know what it is.
X Factor.
There you go.
And X-Men Classic. So this
Classic,
is reprints.
yeah. I bought
Yeah.
a lot of these. Yeah.
That's reprinting the time during before Byrne, like new X-Men stuff with. Or no, after him. I'm sorry, after Byrne, new X-Men.
Yeah, yeah.
Because of the inker. Yeah.
Yeah, it helped
I
me
didn't look at that part.
Blowing up on X-Men. So yeah.
Zorro.
There's like 12 of these.
He makes the sign of the C.
His name is Zorro. There you go, Zorro.
He makes the sign of Zed.
Yeah, we say Zed. We say Zed.
I know. I get in trouble with Raquel all the time. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
but then it doesn't rhyme in the alphabet song, so
that's true.
Yeah, it doesn't
make any
rhyme
sense.
then.
It was XYZ doesn't feel right. It's just like a whole word. It's a word.
It's a word, yeah.
That is everything. Wow, that's pretty good.
What a week or what a month that was.
That's crazy.
Was that April?
This was March.
It was March.
I hope so. Actually, yeah, March is what I wanted. It's like otherwise you have to go back, pull like one of those like gimmicks where we do the 1 month ahead and then go back. One of these dumbassery gimmicks or whatever.
Dang.
All right, so
that's fun though. I love that you guys do that. Sorry, I'm interrupted all the time.
No, it's great.
No, I think Bill was supposed to come on, but I think Bill couldn't. I don't know. I wasn't looking at my phone, so I'm not sure if Bill said he couldn't make it or whatever. Because he wanted to come on, and then I guess he couldn't make it. So
yeah, that
was awesome. Well, what else is there? Anything? I mean, I still got you don't have a stream tonight, Clobby, so we can still kill some time.
I'm not on for about a little less than an hour. Going on with Nick's. I do Nick's comic shops. We at 8:30 Central all the time. His comic shop. We're reviewing. We're starting to review for the next couple of weeks. The gang reviewing Starlin's Warlock run from the 70s.
Cool. Yes,
and going back to that after forever. I mean, I'm talking like early 80s since I've read it. Maybe it's just it holds up. We're doing like the first 4 of it tonight from Strange Tale. And so I decided before that I would deep dive Warlock previous to that because that's the only one everyone talks about. So reading the ones before it as well, and it's a lot of fun. And that's a great comic. I don't know if you've ever.
Yep. I bought every like whenever Infinity War the movie was coming out and people were talking about it, and then all of like they re-released like trades or they did digital sales on Comixology and all that. I bought everything there was. It's like all the Warlock titles, Infinity Watch, all of those 3. And then I probably shouldn't have because I had never read it before. So I binged Infinity Gauntlet, Infinity War, Infinity Crusade. So I binged all that. And then I went to go see Infinity War, the movie. I was like, oh, this is not even anything like what.
Nothing like it. Oh, God.
And it was funny, too, but I still liked the movie anyways.
Sure.
It was still a cool movie, but and then remember, Sean, we were talking like they're never making Infinity Crusade. That'll never be made in our like ever.
Completely incorrect. Yeah.
And then Infinity War, it's like, well, where's the Magus and these doppelgangers and all this crap? It's like, that's not gonna happen.
No, and just get ready because next month in a couple of weeks we got their stupid MCU version of Warlock coming up. Like, oh my God!
Oh, we got the tickets for that. Yeah.
We do. Yeah. Okay.
We do, don't we?
I mean, it might be good.
When is it? It's May what?
A couple of weeks, right?
Yeah.
Sometime in May.
Let me take a look.
Is it first of May?
Yeah, here's the tickets. It is May 4th is when we're going to see it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
When we go, we don't even have to reserve tickets anymore. Nobody shows up at the 3:00 feature on that first Thursday. It opens. There's like 3 people in there all the time. So,
really?
Just go walk in that sucker and whatever.
Ours is rammed packed.
Yeah.
You probably go to a normal hour though, right? We go at 3 PM on that Thursday.
Yeah, because Steve and Sean work till like 5 or whatever.
So I got you. It's so much more peaceful just going to 3. But I mean, look, it might be a good movie. It might be the last. It's gonna be the last Marvel movie I'll probably go see. It'll be the only one I've liked in years. Maybe or maybe not. Maybe it suck. But that Warlock.
I don't even know what he does in this. Like I don't think he's gonna do a lot.
Well, High Evolutionary is in it. So they're going to say he created him probably or something.
Maybe.
Or those
people. Yeah, that's what it was. That's what it's going to be. Yeah, I like High Evolutionary also. I like Evolutionary War and all that. I like he's a cool character, but he just seems like he's not going to do anything. All of these villains have really sucked.
They don't know what they're doing.
No,
they're just not. Like we rewatched. So my wife and I rewatched the main Marvel movies, like basically all the Captain Americas and all the Avenger movies.
Yeah,
and she also likes both Doctor Strange movies, and so do I. So we watched those two. And then we watched Infinity War and Endgame. So we watched Infinity War like Saturday, and then Sunday we watched Endgame, like that kind of a thing. Mm-hmm. And Endgame has some issues with it, but like it still has a lot of rewarding things. You're like, wow, this is all really cool, and and I'm like, Thanos like literally destroyed everybody. And I'm like, shit, this guy's really hard to beat. And he was pretty smart. And that whole thing with Nebula, where he saw the future, he's like, oh shit, I gotta do something. I'm like, this is really cool. And then I was thinking back to Kang. Like, did you watch Ant-Man Quantumania?
Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah. So like Kang is like, okay, he seems pretty angry. Like he seems pretty like, okay, he could beat these guys up. But then he just gets beat up, and then I'm like, what the hell is this? Like, is this supposed to be the guy that's going to be the new like big bad guy? Like
we'll see.
He was cool.
They'll probably recast him.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I know. Yeah, they're going to recast him now
if they don't change him.
Amplified in the movies, and that it's a different character every time you see him. So it's a different character with a different personality, different motivation. So there's no connection. Like I have no connection to this guy. What's he about? What's his problem? What's the threat? I don't know. So like Thanos knew what the issue was, and it was often
absolutely
right. Yeah,
they don't know what they're doing. Look, do you know why that Avengers Endgame might be the worst movie of all time? Would you like to know why I can make that case?
Yes.
Go on.
Because a movie you got a couple of feelings with a movie. You could really love one. You really just like, it was an okay movie. And you could like, this is uneven. I like some stuff, but it's not. Then you could dislike one. I didn't think it was right. Or you could hate it. It's the worst thing ever, right?
Right.
I object to having all of those feelings in one movie.
Yeah, there's some really dumb things
where you can make me love you and hate you. It's like make up your ram mind. That is the most frustrating movie ever, because I understand it's a tough job to end that series in what they were doing. Endings are difficult. It's really hard. So that's no problem, right? But when you put so many things that make me just want to cry or cry with good feelings of joy, to jump up and cheer, all those things, to elicit those reactions from me, and do other things that make me want to punch you so hard the universe feels it. It makes me want to rip people's faces off. So stupid and idiotic like this movie does. It's just it's too much of a roller coaster ride emotionally for me as a comic fan and as a movie fan. I'm like, you guys don't know what you're doing, and you have so many things in this movie that are horrible, and then so many things that are good. Could you pick one? I wish the movie was just horrible all the way. I would rather that, because you're never going to get something you make. I love Infinity War with a few. I would rather hate Endgame completely, every inch of it. I didn't like one thing about it. It's worse now that I have so many things I love and so many things I hate. It's just disturbing to me.
You need the fan edit, but like you can't do it because everything's intertwined.
The ending is so bad.
Yeah.
Steve Rogers is not a quitter. Killing Tony Stark was stupid the way they had it put together. You know, the 5-year gap.
I hate that.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever seen in anything ever written in the history
that
of
was
human
stupid.
They didn't do that in the comic.
Yeah, just bring them back.
Mm-hmm.
They could have said 5 months later if you wanted to add a little bit of like, oh shit,
sure.
like this,
fair enough.
But like really 5 years, because now every movie ever has to explain, oh, I was in the blip, oh, I wasn't. And it's like, well, just the entire cast of Spider-Man was in the blip. It's like,
who sits around? Somebody signed off on that, dude. People were sitting around a table, I presume. Maybe it was a nice table. And they're sitting there going, okay, so here's the deal, guys. We're going to, Thanos is going to win at the end of Infinity War. He's going to snap, and half the people in the universe and beings of the universe are going to be non-existent. They're going to be gone. They're going to cease to exist. The other half's going to know about it and going to have to struggle with them. And we're going to move to 5 years later after that. If I'm sitting there like one of the writers, I'm going, hey, boss, are you sure about that? You realize what that's going to do? You're planning a lot of more movies and stuff, right?
Right.
What do you think that's going to do to the writers? Yeah, it'll be fine. Is it like was it Critical Drinker always says it'll be fine? Yeah, whatever, man.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Yeah, well, you don't have to write this crap.
Right.
It's awful for a writer. I bet that's what the Russo brothers bailed. I guarantee you. They're like, we don't need this crap. I mean, how do you explain this stuff? It's a terrible trick box to get stuck into as a writer. One would think.
Yeah.
And then why
didn't you know what? Just on this, why didn't when Iron Man got the snap? Why didn't he snap it back to before the 5 years?
Because of his daughter, which was stupid because she could still exist.
Right. It's like and he goes, Tony being selfish. It's okay to leave people dead for 5 years, or missing or whatever.
He left. There's another thing, dude. You just nailed it right there.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
Tony freaking Stark decided out of selfishness to let half a universe be misplaced for 5 freaking years when he could have turned it all back to the very beginning, right when it happened, and won. He could have snapped it back. He could have changed reality. He could have still had a child.
Yeah, he's still going to have the child.
He chose not to. Another unbelievably terrible writing decision.
And it would have been cool for him to do that because it would have showed that, look, he gave up his daughter, and it's like it was a tough decision and all this other bullshit.
He could have taken remember like in the comic where no one remembered it except for a few people in the Avengers and stuff?
Yeah, like I just don't I know it's the 5 year thing is the killer. Because it just ruins everything. And it's like, okay, if it's going to be 5 years, then just undo it. And also, Hawkeye is now a serial killer. So, what, right? Like, and look, I love serial killers. I love Jason and Freddy. And
Michael Myers. An honorable profession, sure. Yeah.
Honorable profession, but not my boy Hawkeye, who I've got tattooed right here.
No,
it's
not Hawkeye.
Not Hawkeye. Like that's my guy. That's my boy from playing the video game with Hawkeye. I'm like, wait, I'm watching this movie like, what, the guy's a serial killer in this movie? I'm like, what the hell happened?
Why?
He's like, he lost his family. I'm like, well, how is he going to walk this off? Because I'm like, I know they're going to undo this, but like
he's doing it to bad guys, but still, it's not. I mean,
and I love Punisher.
Right,
I love Punisher, but Punisher's not Hawkeye. I love Friday the 13th and Michael Myers, but those are not superheroes. Punisher is an action vigilante killer. I'm okay with that because that's who the Punisher is. I'm not okay with Hawkeye becoming the Punisher.
Well, then he has a family and stuff in the series, which takes place after all that.
Right. So wouldn't he be scarred?
Make any sense? Yeah.
Yeah. So after he murders everybody, he gets them all back, but he has the memories of being a serial killer. So how is he going to go back and function with his kid? Hey, Dad. Oh, I love you, son. Yeah. What have you been doing during the blip? Well, I've been murdering people,
slicing people up.
Right.
Yeah, but they were all bad.
But they're all bad guys.
They're really terrible people. Some were just obnoxious.
Yeah, and I don't know. And Thor's fat now, like, Thor's fat.
That's another thing. My God. Oh. Like I said, that movie giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you don't care, go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, like, my wife loves it, right? And because she's not thinking about each individual character as okay, she's just looking at like, wow, this is crazy, that big battle. Captain America gets the thing.
Right, that was beautiful.
And then when he stands up and he's by himself and he doesn't know that the friends are coming.
Oh God!
He's like, I'll take on the whole goddamn army with my broken shield and the Mjolnir. And then when he goes to your left, I'm like, dude, that was good. Call him back to Winter Soldier.
Right.
And that was sick. And then like the whole army comes in. He's like, I brought everybody. You're like, yes, like so good. Right. Like that's awesome. Right. Yeah. And then it's like Captain America's like, oh, I grew old and whatever. It's like, well, didn't Peggy have a husband? You took away Peggy's husband because she got married.
About that? Oops.
Yeah, what about that guy?
What a dickweed.
Yeah, and they sort of said that maybe he was the husband all along or something like that.
Listen, I've watched. I don't.
It's timey-wimey. That's the problem. You're introducing that sort of timey-wimey element that like plagues every time travel thing into Avengers, and not just Avengers, but the entire MCU now. They all have to contend with this 5-year gap, people coming back, all this crap. And it's like, you might as well just like do something to erase all that, you know?
Yeah. Well, that's why 5 months. Make it 5 months. And people are like, wow. Because look, when they said 5 years later, we were like, whoa, what the hell? Now, if they would have said 5 months, that still would have been like, whoa, it's like 5 months. Holy shit, they can't find him. Like, what's going on? Where's Thanos? And then you have the same movie. You can have the same damn movie, and they don't have to do the time travel.
About 5 years of crap. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you don't have to do time travel then. You could just say that people were displaced for 5 months. Okay, that's irritating, but they're back. And then it's the whole thing. And then fat Thor. I just don't think that Thor would Thor gives up and does nothing and becomes fat. It's like, or gets upset.
That's so not Thor. It's so sickening.
It's not Thor. Captain America wouldn't do that. Like if Captain America went back in time, what's he going to sit around while all this is happening? So he's going to sit around and let Quicksilver die and all these guys die during the Ultron event when he could have gone help. Like I just know that's weird.
So Hawkeye decides to go out and become a bloodthirsty vigilante, but Thor's going to go play video games and get fat. Okay.
Right. One's a god. Yeah, it's
God. Should a god be able to get fat, by the way? I don't know.
No, I don't even.
Volstagg maybe, but he's not Thor.
Well, yeah, I don't like that. I actually don't like that anyways as an idea. Like, why? How can he become fat? Like that was weird. That was just weird anyways. I'm like, that's weird.
Because it's funny. Get it? It's a joke. That's Guffaw. That's what's his face. Thor. What's it? Chris Hemsworth's fault too. He's the one that wanted to do that.
Why do these people listen to these actors? It's like do you see that little green X on the ground?
Yeah.
Stand there and say your lines. Right? Like walk into the scene, stop, and then stop walking when you hit that green line, and then talk.
Right.
That's it. Next.
Hey, wouldn't it be a great idea if it would be really funny for I'll get really fat because I'm doing I've playing video games for 4 years. Wouldn't that be really hysterical? Chris, shut up. No.
Chris, we can't sell those action figures, so shut the hell up and go stand in front of the camera. Thanks.
Listen, right. When I walk out, and Sean's joking about this, but he's actually not joking. When we walk out of these movies, the next day I go to Toys R Us and see what cool crap I can buy, and Sean does it too. And it's like, and Sean showed me. Remember, we're at the theater, like, oh, look at what I've got. Oh, it was cool. Right. And guess what? You didn't buy, Fat Thor, right? Because you're just like, well, who wants this today? And they actually they didn't make Fat Thor, but they made Thor from that movie, and he's a little bit bigger, but like it's still like it's obviously.
But they're trying to downplay it. Yeah.
They're trying to downplay it.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you're making a Fat Thor. It's like, no, I'm not. I
don't know, man. With lightning like that, you should be able to burn off calories immediately every time.
Right.
Every time you start, I'm doing a little weight, blast yourself. Calories gone, boom. You're freaking immortal. Just shut up with that stuff.
I'll sling back and kill a bunch of people. I'm sure he's my best friend. Yeah, I mean, Winter Soldier is problematic.
His fault, though.
Yeah, like he was
Hydra
like brainwashed or whatever. Yeah, like this is literally
Hydra.
Yeah, Hawkeye literally wanted to go out and kill people.
Yeah,
and it's like okay,
but again, and I'm just not equivocating, but he did do it to go out after bad guys who were killers. He killed killers.
Killers, but it's weird because you come back and you're like,
you're right.
It's Punisher, and so you come back. It's like, oh, I'm with my family. It's like, yeah, but now you're like a weird killer. Like, this is weird.
Yeah, are you not traumatized by that? Like,
I don't think
like
you don't just turn it off.
Like your old reflexes will come back, right? Like you don't just turn it off, right? So
that's what I'm saying. It's John Rambo. You don't just turn it off. It's
Yeah.
You
turn it off. You go kill some people.
It's over. It's over,
Johnny.
Johnny.
Give me a job parking cars.
And it's the MCU's dead. I mean, I think this after Guardians, I'm not going again. No one's going to talk me into it. There's no way I can go see the Marvels. I don't see how you can even walk.
I don't know. J-Man tried to convince me to go see Marvels.
Don't let him do it, Sean.
Sean's going. Sean is going to go.
But I was
Sean,
like, you know what? Then if I'm seeing that, then I have to see Indiana Jones, because if I'm giving Marvels a chance,
right? No, that yes.
I was going to quit like Indy 5, but I was like, I guess I'm with you. Indy 5. But,
I'll go see Indy 5 too, but not the Marvel. Marvels don't do it, man. Don't look. It's not worth it, dude. Both of you don't.
I like Rambo.
Can I say something? Can I say something that will seem utterly insane, but then will be somewhat make sense? The Marvels does have its sort of like it's a very niche target. It's like the Twilight crowd. It's like the girl crowd. And the thing is that it's like it hasn't race swapped or gender swapped anybody. It's just not interesting to us.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's the thing. It's not like, I would say, I haven't seen the Marvels, but I can guarantee you that, in my opinion, it is not worse than Eternals, Black Panther 2, Thor Love and Thunder, because why would you expect a comic that you don't care about to have a movie adaptation you do care about? Like, it's like none of us are angry of the Twilight movies are trashy movies. It's like, but it's not for us, so we just don't care about it. Like,
that's the way I'm about this movie. I'm not even being mean to it.
Right.
Like, this is the first one that I have no interest in. Even the crappy ones, I'm like, I'll go watch it. Turtles, because they're naming it after Kirby. I'm going to review it. I'm going to go review Ant-Man. I got asked to be on the Comics Division stream like 2 months earlier. So would you come on here and review Ant-Man and it comes out? And I was going to go anyway because got a buddy of mine would go. And so I can't lie to you and say I wasn't interested to at least see Ant-Man or even Doctor Strange, Mom, or Love and Blunder, any of that stuff. Of course, I'm going to go see those. This is the first one, the very first, that all the water under the bridge being different. I would be like, nah, I don't really. I mean, maybe I can watch it when it comes on the stream just to see, to rank it in my review, but I don't want to go to a movie theater.
Yeah, other than Danvers, this is the first one maybe that doesn't have any real ties to Bronze Age or Silver Age, right? It's like, it's kind of, other than maybe Guardians of the Galaxy, but that had Star-Lord in it, right?
It still has Nick Fury. Well, Cup Fury. Yeah.
But it's the new Fury, right? Yeah.
Right, but okay, so see, Phantom Outsider. But guys, listen to this for just you shouldn't be interested to see it. What I'm saying is that you don't like the Captain Marvel comics, you don't like Brie Larson, so why would you expect to like it? You can't get angry that it just exists. Like,
I'm not.
I'm not saying that.
We're talking about seeing it. It's like, I know I'm not gonna like it. It's like, see, Phantom Outsider saying it's a dumpster fire, but how do you know that? Maybe it's exactly the comics, and the people who read them like that, right? I don't know. It's like, I'm not angry about it. I'm seeing it because it's a Marvel thing. I'm seeing it, and we'll see it. And if it's fun, it's fun. If it's not, like, I watched the Twilight movies. I actually liked part 3. I didn't like, one is like, so I didn't, to me, I'm indifferent to it, but I'm not angry. So my thing is, like, people are getting angry over this movie, but why are you getting angry? I'm not
angry.
Yeah, not you, Clobby.
No, I know what you mean. I'm telling you.
Like, people are getting really upset. It's like, you're upset. Why? They're not ruining anything you love. It's stuff that you don't care about. It's like Little Mermaid. People were.
I didn't watch the Miss Marvel show for that very reason.
You didn't watch it, exactly. You didn't watch the Kamala Khan show because you don't care about Kamala Khan. So why would you be angry that it's made, or that it's like, oh, this is such a trash thing? It's like, well, just don't watch it. Like,
I'm just saying, it's the first one that they made that I had no interest in.
Right. Yeah.
Captain Marvel was close, but they had other things that I had to, because it was, where it was. Anyway, go ahead.
Right. That movie has a lot of problems though, besides the obvious ones. Like, it has, like,
as far as interest, it had a little
problems. It's like, insert this character. It's like, why is she here now? Like, you're concluding your series. Now you're backtracking, saying, oh, it was because of her name. It was just too many weird things. You're like, and then the eye thing was dumb. You're like, guys, this is just weird. Like, why is this movie in, like, it's just, that was a weird movie. It's just so weird. I don't know. That's a weird movie. But like, Eternals pissed me off because I want to see a good Eternals movie, and it was garbage. Wakanda Forever pissed me off because I like Namor. Right? Like, I like Namor, and he's ruined.
That really pissed me off.
Yeah, the Marvels isn't ruining any characters I love because it's like, okay, they're just there. So whatever. I don't care. I'm not mad over it.
Continuing ruining the Skrulls, probably, if they're in there, and of course, continuing the degradation of Simp Fury. If that is
already bad, anyways.
He's been ruined. He's been ruined.
He's ruined anyways. He's already ruined. Yeah.
No, I'm with you.
Yeah, he's already ruined. So the next one, what's the next one is Guardians. So I like Guardians 1 and 2. So let's see what happens. But Warlock, if Adam Warlock was not in Infinity War, then what is Adam Warlock going to do in this movie?
Right.
Like,
probably very little.
Yeah. Like, Infinity War is Adam Warlock versus Thanos, and then Adam Warlock versus himself, and then Adam Warlock versus himself again.
Right.
Right. So Infinity War is Adam Warlock. Like, I read that. I was like, wow, this Adam Warlock guy is so awesome.
Adam Warlock is not jokey and smarmy. He doesn't really fit in the MCU, right? Now, they did do Vision justice, I feel, in like the second Avengers movie and stuff, where he wasn't snarky and stuff. He was Vision, right? Sort of angelic in a way. So hopefully they'll bring some of that that smart writing here? I don't think so. Phase 4 didn't seem like they will. So
right,
yeah.
It's James Gunn. I don't trust him to do the
no. Oh God,
don't
get me started about Superman. Holy.
Oh,
anyway.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. Now again, and you know what's sad thing about Superman on that is it's not that he's incapable of doing it correctly if he put his mind to it.
Right.
I just don't trust him.
No, I don't trust him either.
Talented, sure. Capable of bringing in a serious or a lighter but serious tone to Superman without him being a jokey trash.
Yeah. Without being embarrassed by it.
It would be his first thing he ever made that didn't have a bunch of jokey crap in it.
Right. And I don't think that's going to happen. So
no.
we'll have to see. Hey, Phantom. No, I'm not pointing any fingers. I'm just saying my entire YouTube feed after I saw Marvels is everyone getting pissed off. I'm like, I didn't know there were so many Captain Marvel fans that they're upset over the treatment of Carol Danvers in this movie. There are no
I know, but J-Man, I think you're conflating two things. They're angry about the downfall of MCU, but that's already happened.
That's true.
That's already happened.
I know that's what they're really angry about. It's not the mistreatment of the character of Carol Danvers. It's like,
I know they're not
about that. Yeah.
No, Sean, that's the joke.
Yeah.
Like it's what I call fake rage. Everyone's like upset. It's like, what are you upset at? That a character you don't care about has a movie you don't care about? So I don't give a fuck about Carol Danvers, but I'm angry that this Carol Danvers movie looks like shit. It's like, well, why are you angry then?
I was thinking about this today, and like we're probably all, I don't know about you, Clobby, we're probably all in agreement on this, perhaps. Like, I'm not angry or upset or anything like, or sad that the MCU is failing right now, because we got so much out of it. Like, I mean, like, the Avengers is a household thing now. That's crazy to me. That Thanos is a household name. Captain America is not embarrassing anymore. I mean, for a while, like, I love Captain America, but like for a while in the mainstream, he was an embarrassment. He wore the American flag, and people didn't like that for whatever reason. And now everyone loves that character. People like Iron Man. People like a lot of these characters. Obscure characters like the new Guardians of the Galaxy, because they're not the classic ones. Everyone loves Rocket. Like, they did a lot of great branding with these characters. And that's awesome. And they had their time, and now it's fading. I can't believe we got what we got. I can't believe we have like 4 Avengers movies where like one of them Loki's the villain, one of them Ultron's the villain. That's crazy to me. Like Thanos, the Captain America movies. That first one, they'll never match that again. I'm glad we have it. So, I mean, I'm grateful for what we got out of it, and it surpassed. And I mean, they redefined Hollywood. Like, it surpassed anything I would have dreamed of. If they're fading, let fade. I'm not actually upset at that, because we got so much out of it. So all these people getting mad about this, it's like, well, we're gonna move on from this.
Well, the reason is that they need to have content. That's my problem.
Yeah. Well, that's true.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like, that's my problem.
Yeah.
It's like, that's why it's like, I'm like, look, I'm not, just to talk about the Little Mermaid for just a second. I didn't watch the Little Mermaid cartoon. I didn't watch the original.
We were too old for it when,
and I don't care about this new movie. If they made every character white in the Little Mermaid, I still wouldn't watch it, because I don't care. So I don't care. If everyone was white, I don't care.
Yeah.
So if everyone is black in it, I don't care either, because I don't care. Now, if you're a Little Mermaid fan who grew up watching Little Mermaid and you love the Dutch fairy tales or whatever, and then you're upset with the race swapping, then you have a legitimate excuse to be upset, right? I'm disinterested. I don't care. I didn't make a video. I didn't do a trailer reaction video, because I don't care about Little Mermaid at all. Zero caring. I don't care. I don't care if everyone's black or white or zero. And I'm only going to see the Marvels because, yes, it is a Marvel movie. So I will go watch. And the people who don't want to watch it because it doesn't look interesting, perfect. Don't watch it. But like, it's just that, like, I don't like the everyone's angry or happy. I don't like the extremes where it doesn't make sense. Like, for me, seeing something that I'm pumped for, He-Man, Kevin Smith's He-Man was the last time I was actually angry. And I'm not angry if the MCU is failing either. I'm not angry.
No.
I was angry because Kevin Smith said, hey, if you who liked He-Man when you were a kid, this cartoon is going to continue from that cartoon. Then they killed He-Man and made it all about Teela. I'm like, okay, F you, Kevin Smith, you're a liar and a bastard and a cheat. I'm not angry over the Netflix CGI cartoon because that cartoon literally says we're rebooting this universe and we're doing our own thing. It has zero connection to anything.
Yeah.
Right. And now I can watch that and be like, yes, I like this new thing, or no, I don't like this new thing.
And it's not mean spirited and it's not embarrassed by the concept. Not embarrassed.
Yeah. I actually like the CGI one. I know you like it too. So we both like the CGI one, but the Kevin Smith one enraged me. But I wasn't enraged when they did that She-Ra cartoon. I was like, I like She-Ra, but I'm not dying over it that much. I like the old She-Ra, only I didn't watch the new one. So I'm picking my battles. Like if like Eternals, I'm choosing that battle. I hated Eternals. It was boring, stupid shit. It has nothing to do with Jack Kirby. And they ruined everything. They race and gender swap. The whole thing is bullshit. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
Wakanda Forever, bullshit. Hate that movie. It's trash.
Love and Thunder, trash.
Thunder, trash, garbage.
Trashy garbage.
And you already ruined, and Thor got progressively ruined. And it's like, but Thor was good before. Like, what happened? You ruined his character. And look, I hate Valkyrie. I can't stand Valkyrie in that movie. Like,
Ragnarok
to me,
started the damage, but go ahead.
It did start the damage, but it looked like a Kirby drawing, so that's why I liked Ragnarok, because it was.
And then Infinity War seemed like they were going to go back and fix him, and then they screwed him over again.
They screwed him over again. So see that, that's my thing. It's like I wake up and there's like 4 million. My entire feed is like, oh, Marvels is trash. I'm like, right, you hated Captain Marvel, so why would you think the Marvels is any good? Like, why do I need to see a video about you saying Marvel sucks? It's like, well, yeah, it sucks. No, you didn't like the last one, so why would you like the new? Why would you like this one? Like,
they're licking their chops. They love this because it's going to make them bank on these videos, I guess.
Oh, that's why, right? But I don't want to see that. That's my thing. It's like, it's like I can't get into
power
that.
to them, but I don't really,
I can't. It's like, let's just talk about something cool that we like then. Like,
yeah, it's funny. I mean, like the video I'm readying is just a review of the first appearance of Marco Rambeau. But everyone else is readying all these videos about how it sucks and it's tanking MCU. So yeah,
right now, and now we have to see, is there enough audience for that kind of movie? It's like the Kamala Khan show wasn't a particularly garbage show. It's just not. It was kind of boring. Like I was like, I don't know.
It was
boring. It's not sheep.
They didn't know where they were going with it.
Right.
And they were leading too much with the concept rather than who is this character, right? And that's always got to be key. So yeah.
And like, see, like She-Hulk pissed me off because I'm like, well, I was looking forward to a She-Hulk show where she fights people. She's a lawyer and all that. I'm like, maybe they'll throw some John Byrne stuff to be funny. I'm like, okay, this might be really entertaining. And then it's like, oh, this is trash. So that angered me. Kamala Khan didn't anger me. I was just like, oh, this is kind of boring. I actually watched one episode where I don't even remember what happened. I fast forward through most of it. I'm like, okay, this is just boring. But I didn't hate it. I'm not angry at it existing. Like, she's an Indian. She's a Indian girl in the comics. She's an Indian girl in the show. They didn't race, gender swap, anything. It's just not for me. That's all. Yeah. Like,
I got you. So I never even bothered.
Yeah,
I never care. I'm one of those. Look, I didn't like Monica Rambeau, but to be fair, I didn't read a lot of her comic. When she popped up, when she first appeared, on the cover was an Avengers comic, wasn't it?
It was Amazing Spider-Man.
Was Amazing Spider-Man? That's right. It was an annual, and then it was
annual.
Yep. They put her in Avengers. Okay, so there you go. But when they did that, it was fresh off the time where they killed Captain Marvel.
Right.
And I'm like, I see this and go, oh, look at that. This is a young guy running a comic shop.
Yeah.
Late teens, and I see that. I go, what? That's supposed to be Captain Marvel now. The Marvel version, not even Marvel. They're just going to call this person Captain. And she's got the fro and the dumb looking costume. I'm like, again, I'm sorry, sue me. I'm a kid. It's nothing to do with a race or any that kind of shit. The fact that it's a chick rather than a dude. First of all, it's a chick, not a dude. That's all I cared about. Like, first of all, there shouldn't be anybody else but Marvel if you're going to do it. And I'm partial to the Shazam one anyway, but I like Marvel. So I'm like, nah, I think her costume looks like crap. She just looks like I just didn't take her serious. I'm like, yeah, she sucks. Who cares? And of course, that comic was really badly drawn anyway. When Avengers was I dumped Avengers at that point. So that's all. My only regard for her was that. I was like, yeah, whatever. I never really cared for her one way or the other. But that's just me. I'm, different times.
Yeah, and that's perfectly valid. If you don't care, you don't care.
But it's funny. I feel. Well, I was gonna say. I feel like Monica Rambeau was marketed to like J-Man and myself, like our age bracket, because like
she's my
young,
Captain
and to
Marvel.
me that was Captain Marvel from the Marvel comics. So,
yeah, that's she's in the TSR game. If you're in the face rip, what we call the face rip TSR game, if you're in that TSR game, that's the one I know. So that's my Captain Marvel. So for me, I actually, because I like Ms. Marvel, I like the Ms. Marvel comic,
right? Yes,
the 70s one, and I liked some of the Captain. I like Monica Rambeau Captain Marvel, and I like Cara Danvers Captain Marvel. I have a Captain Marvel tattoo. I like Captain Marvel.
Wow.
Yeah, I like the character, but the movie I don't like for other reasons because it doesn't fit and all that other stuff. So I have problems with that movie. But I don't. But like that was my thing. It's like if you don't care about the character, why would you care about the movie anyways? Right. That was all I was trying to say. I'm not advocating for anybody to see anything or to tell anybody what their opinions are. They can have whatever opinion they want.
Yeah.
But it's like if I don't care about something, then I don't care like at all. Like maybe the Twilight movies were exactly the books and they're great. And maybe they deviated from the books and people didn't like them. I don't know, and I don't care. Now, I did watch them to review them when I didn't really care for them because they weren't really, my. Of course. I want vampires and werewolves to be scary and evil and cool, not silly,
not sparkly,
and
weirdos and
wild
girls, and little
right. So, but I can't get raged. Like like I can't get angry about it. I'm like, okay, this exists for somebody other than me, and I don't care. What I can get angry. Like to me, Man of Steel is worse than any of the, like if you Captain Marvel versus Man of Steel, are you crazy? Man of Steel's way worse. Like you're ruining Superman. It's like I like Captain Marvel, she's cool, but that movie's not that great. But this is Superman, who's the best character ever, and you've ruined this character. That's way worse of a sin to me than that's worse than I would say that's worse than Eternals. Like.
It's funny you mentioned that Man of Steel. Now you got me thinking. A couple of years back, a buddy of mine did a show with top 25 most hated movies. Now, again, I don't say worst movies. Not a worst movies list is different. Movies that you personally hate, and I had Man of Steel pretty high up there. I'm trying to remember where if I had it. I
think I saw this. Was this on your channel?
Yeah. I had it at number 2.
I saw this, and
you had to interchange it with number 1. So I actually had it number 2. So,
Star Trek 2009
that was at 4.
I remember this video.
Fantastic was 3. Man of Steel was 2, and I had Last Jedi at 1. But I could actually, I guess, I'd keep it that way. But who knows? Maybe I'll revise that list and read it one night for the hell of it. But you know what? I might take Dredd off of it.
Oh yeah, take Dredd off, man. Help me out.
I'm the only one criticizes that movie.
And I'll say something. Oh, here you just brought up a good point. We still got a little bit of time. We'll log off in like 5-10 minutes.
Yeah, I got to get up in a second anyway because we're going on in about 5 minutes.
Yeah, so like when the Judge Dredd, the Stallone movie had come out, I'd read 0 Judge Dredd comics, so I didn't know anything about the helmet or any of the characters or any of that stuff. So I watched that movie, thought, wow, this is really exciting. And I remember now people talk about that movie and they go back and they're like, oh, F this, he takes off the helmet, that's not how it is, and blah, blah, blah. And then I asked them, like, wait a minute, what Judge Dredd comics have you read? Because then I'll lie to them. I'll be like, he takes the helmet off all the time in the comics. That's a misconception, right? And they're like, he does? I was like, yeah. So you're hitting on that movie for something you don't even know about. And they're like, oh, no, he never takes the helmet off. I'm like, no, he takes the helmet off all the time. And they're like, what? And I'm like, no, he never takes it off. But you don't even know. So you just hate this movie on a fake reason that you don't even know what you're talking about. I'm like, so they're like, oh, and that's how I catch them. And I hate that. It's like
one time he did take the helmet off, but his head was bandaged.
Yeah, I know. They do tricks where it's like there'll be like something like this covering his face or something, right? But I'll just lie to them. I'll be like, no, they took, and then I catch them, and I'm like, so I was like, you have fake rage. You have fake rage against this movie, and the internet told you that he doesn't take off the helmet in the comics, and that's your reasoning for hating it. But I don't think you actually watched the movie or paid attention, because I love that movie. And then I started to look at Judge Dredd comics, and then I was like, oh, this isn't really Judge Dredd. I'm like, but I like the movie. It got me into Judge Dredd. So what do I do at this point? Like, what do I do? You know what I mean? Like,
I understand. You should be forgiven for that.
Thank you.
Man, we're going on at about 11 minutes, dude. So I got to run around and stuff before we go on the Nick's show. Man, dude, I'm sorry I barged in here on you guys.
Oh, this is great.
Oh, it's awesome.
I love this, what you guys do in this show, and I watch it when I can all the time. So
thank you so much.
To be a part of it, man, thank you.
Awesome. Shadi gets down for a second. We'll close
All right,
out.
yeah.
All right, fellers. Thank you so much. Good night, everybody.
Nice seeing you. Thanks.
Later, Gator.
Yeah. Oh, that was great.
That was awesome, man.
That was awesome. No, I'm not. Yeah, look, I'm not fighting for anything. I'm just saying. Hey, thanks, Brian. Yeah, I'm not fighting for anything. I'm just saying, let's pick the battles that are the battles that matter.
Yeah,
and it's like,
no, it's true. Who cares about this? But also, like, you know, you're probably the same too. I just want to see how long this MCU thing rides out, because I love long-lived franchises. I love, like, at the end of all this, we'll have this mega pack of Marvel things that all were connected to each other. That's awesome to me.
Right.
It's like I have that Universal movie pack, where it's like that was a whole interconnected universe as well.
Course, yeah.
And I love having that whole new thing. It's like, I love that, man. And like Godzilla, like up to 1975, like that whole thing was one big thing. But not just Godzilla, but like Varan the Unbelievable and all that stuff.
too.
It's all like one. It's like the original MCU. It's like all one thing. So I'm pumped up for that. Like, beyond Marvels, they'll make more movies, and they'll sort of peter out, and then we'll have this whole freaking like Marvel pack. That's what I'm pumped up for. So I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I know that'd be awesome. I do like the idea of like having like a big mega set of all this stuff.
It'll be like a mural or something. Like, yeah.
Yeah. I'm just like, I'm gonna pick your battles and then hit it hard. Like, when I raged against Kevin Smith, I was angry, and I had a right to be angry, because they ruining characters. If it's a character that I don't care about in the comics that has a movie that isn't good, why am I upset?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, we're seeing these things because we have channels. Like, again, it's like Clobby hated half the movies that came out. Like, he doesn't like anything in Phase 4. Right. But we're seeing movies because we talk about them on the stream. So that's a bit different. So we have to be a bit more critical. Like, and my thing is that I review everything fairly. When I watched the Twilight movies, I super was fair. I gave the first one like 3. The second one I gave 2. The fourth one I actually gave it like 4 out of 5. I really like the third movie. Yeah. The fourth movie is like 0. It is absolutely unbearable.
No, but the thing is, like, it's for an audience, but like, it's still gotta make sense in its own world and be a good movie. Like, we know what a good movie is. You know, like we can scalpel it and get to exactly what the problems are, right? But it's like, but it's one of those things. It's like the Super Mario movie right now. It's like, it's famous now for being drubbed by the critics. Right. And the thing is, when you read the critiques, it's like, I don't know, did you not know who this was made for? There is a target audience for this. Yeah. And for that target audience, it still works, and it doesn't like break any sort of rules or mess anything up in the technique of delivering that to that audience. That's why I'm not so like critical of the film, right? Because you know what kind of movie it is. Like, I know what a teen girl thing should be. Correct. But are you going to make like something that, like, if plot points are contrived, I'm calling it. If characters don't earn moments, I'm calling it. Like, it's still bad. That's bad. So, you know.
Right, exactly. Yeah. But we're rating it against itself. Right. This is what I do with my thing, or this is what I do with my space system. It's like, looking at Mario Brothers. Firstly, it's like, okay, Mario Brothers, it's an existing property. How well are they adapting the property? Number 2, and when I saw it in the theater, I was like, and it finished, I was like, oh, this is for kids. I need to readjust myself, because a lot of these Pixar movies, they do this thing where it's a little bit more adult themed or whatever, but it does suck out some of the fun. Mm-hmm. That's one of the negatives of some. Not the first 3 Toy Stories are pretty good though, but some of the Pixar movies, these later ones, they've sucked out some of the fun, and they made it a little bit too, like, I don't want to say sophisticated. They're not like, but it's just like, you're like, this is almost like not fun enough for kids, and not really that sophisticated for adults. So it's like this weird middle ground where you're like, yeah, they're kind of good, but I'm not dying over them. Like, it's not like Monsters Inc. and Toy Story. Those are the really big ones. They're like, well, that was really good. And Mario Brothers, it's like, okay, I need to adjust my thinking, because I thought, Mario Brothers is going to be for us older guys who like, but no, Mario's a current brand.
It's still a current brand. It's fresh. Yeah.
Right. So it actually got me more pumped up for the movie when I realized that it was for kids. It's so weird. Like I sat there thinking, oh, this is going to be for me. And then I'm like, oh, this isn't for me. I'm like, this is for kids. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I adjusted my entire rating system. Like, okay, I got to think about this differently. I'm like, okay. And that made me like it a bit more, actually, because then I saw the kids reacting and they're pumped. Like they're shit. I was like, man, Mario's going to live on.
And see, the way we reacted to our movie,
so
like back in the 90s. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what got me started on this whole, why is Batman now become an adult film series where a kid can't watch it? We're not gonna bag on the Batman right now.
But for Mario, the thing was, it wasn't embarrassed by itself,
right?
And it put Mario first, front and center. And I've seen people say, "Well, he sucks and stuff," and but it's the hero's journey that you all cry about. It's like he sucks and he gets better, and also they made the motivation of the whole thing that he's trying to save his brother. So he's in it to win it, like he's in it to do something, and he's heroic, and he's the star. There's no question about that, and that's what I liked. They played to all of that. They didn't downplay any of that. They didn't. It's like Kevin Smith's Masters of the Universe.
That's a trash thing.
It is obviously embarrassed by He-Man.
Correct.
Obviously embarrassed by the concept, and that's one of the reasons why it's so bad. And Mario isn't, and I can recognize that as being good. At least it knows what it is.
And Luigi mans up at the end because the entire story is that Luigi has never been able to sort of stand up for himself. That Mario has always have to step in and give him a hand or whatever, and then Luigi steps in, and then is this even spoilers? Doesn't matter. And then the two of them get the star power. I'm like, oh, that's really neat.
And it's the Super Mario Brothers.
And it's the Super Mario Brothers. They become the Super Mario Brothers. So I was like, see, that's really cool. So I didn't read any critic. I don't read critic reviews anyways. But again, this is one of these things where the critics, like they missed this. They missed this. I don't know. They somehow got that. Like I didn't miss it. I walking in, I thought it was gonna be something different. Then while I'm watching it, I'm not an idiot. While I'm watching, I'm like, well, this is really simple. I'm like, oh my God, this is for kids. And then I'm looking around, I'm like, holy shit, these kids are really having a fucking good time here.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay. I'm like, I've got to change the way I'm thinking about this movie. Because like half an hour in, I was like, oh boy. And I'm like, what's going on? I was like, I don't know about this. And I'm like, well, you know what? This is pretty cool. I'm like, okay. I'm like, okay, this is for kids. I'm like, I got it. I understand what this is all about now. You guys did a great job. You had your big hero arcs. Donkey Kong, everybody had, because Donkey Kong's like, oh, he only wants me around to fight and he thinks I'm an idiot and all that. I'm like, even Donkey Kong got a little bit of a character.
Everyone gets an arc. Yeah.
Everyone gets something. Yeah, you get an arc. You get an arc.
And
I was like, you know what? And then here's when it becomes reversed, because now you're like, wow, they put a lot of thought into this kids movie.
Yeah.
Right? Because I was watching it saying, wow, they did not put a lot of thought into this adult cartoon. Then you're like, wait a minute, it's a kids movie. That means they put a lot of thought into this kids cartoon.
Yeah. I've always said this. Children's entertainment is the lost art.
It is a lost art.
What happened is adults look back on the entertainment that they loved as kids and said, this is stupid, not understanding that it's stupid because you're 35 or whatever. It's like it's like, think about it this way. When you were a kid, you watched this religiously.
Right.
And there are other shows competing for your interest, and you didn't watch them. So this show did something. It wasn't just a mindless kids show, and the other shows are mindless kids shows. Obviously, this show did something to pick your interest for years, and the others didn't. There's an art to that that's gone. It's like Masters of the Universe lasted over like He-Man lasted over 100 episodes or something like that. Other things came and went. Black Star and Galtar and all that stuff, but He-Man stayed. And when you watch those, they're simplistic, they're quests. You know what and then some guy may team up or something like that to spice things up. But it's made for kids. No kids take anything beyond a certain level of sophistication. And there's layers that you can add to a simple quest and stuff over and over. and there's an art to that, and it worked. And there was thought put into it, and there's a craft there, and it's gone now. Now everyone wants to. It's like the 2000 X He-Man came and went, and was, well, why did that happen? And I always say this: it was too smart for his own damn good. Right. It was marketed to kids, and it's like if that show was the show that they marketed the original He-Man toys with, it would have died the death of 1,000 dogs because it's not speaking to a target audience. And there's a lost every cartoon that you see nowadays is too smarty ass for its own good. It's smarmy, it's sarcastic, it's snarky because it's made by sarcastic adults who think that's children's entertainment, and then they last not that long. And there's nothing that's a big phenomenon anymore. And when things were phenomenons, like SpongeBob SquarePants was silly kid fun and was huge. And it was like, whoa, that's weird. It's like there was a time when people bottled this lightning all the time because they knew how to entertain kids. You guys just put your snarky little fantasies with your sarcasm and stuff into these kids shows. They bomb and you move on to something else and you don't understand how to entertain children. And something else comes along like a SpongeBob and crushes you and you don't understand why.
Right.
So anyway,
you're right.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. Clip that rant for your channel. That was good.
Yeah.
Because and the thing is no, it's 100% right. I literally realized that in the middle. I'm sitting next to you in the theater. I'm like, oh, I got it. Okay, I got this now with Mario. I'm like, I get it now. I'm good. And at the end, we're like, yeah, that was cool. And it's like Mario did it. It's like right. And I wish they would do that with other things. I think it was Retro Blasting. I'm not 100% sure. I think it was Retro Blast, Michael, who did a video, and he goes, why do they have to grow up every property there? It's like, you remember this as a kid? Yeah, we're growing it up now. It's like, okay, so you don't want it to go anywhere. Yeah. Like it's like you've grown it up. Like Batman has grown up to being a serial killer investigation movie. And the problem is that my mom, who loves CSI, every city there ever was. It's like Miami, Chicago, New York, there's like 400. She loves those. But she's not watching the Batman. You know why? Because she's like, well, Batman, I'm not going to watch that. That's not really investigating. I'm like, well, it is. It's kind of like a CSI thing. She's like, nah. And then when you watch it as a CSI investigation, you're like, but this isn't as good as a CSI episode.
Really stupid. Yeah. It's really dumb. Yeah,
because I watch Criminal Minds and I watch those, and like, what this is.
I immediately in the theater was like, analyze the videos.
Right.
Oh, okay, you're not doing that. What the hell's wrong with
Bones? They replay Bones like all day.
Yeah.
So we have Bones on. I'm like, well, that woman on Bones figures shit out in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Like she's got her little stupid pen light thing. It's like, oh, you see the contusions. I'm like, okay. I'm like, well, this woman figured out, so she's better than Batman. I don't.
Yeah, Zoe Deschanel's sister or whatever.
That's not her sister in real life. That was a trivia question, and I think I got it wrong by saying yes to that.
No, wait. On Bones,
are they really sisters?
Yeah.
Okay, check and see if she's.
Man. Well, I can't check because I.
Well, you're on okay, I'll check after.
Check it, yeah.
Whatever, but yeah, I'm like, that woman solves it in like 2 seconds. I'm like, well, why she solved it?
Yeah.
Like, well, so she's better than. No, I'm not even trying. I know I'm being funny, but I'm not, because it's like,
no.
I'm like if you're gonna make this an investigation, then and then it's like, why would the killers? It's the Riddler. He's right there.
Right.
So what's the fun of me?
Well, why was that even an investigation? It was so stupid. It was
like Columbo. In Columbo, the audience knows who the killer is. Yeah, but Columbo's a funny character, and he interacts with
it's the journey.
It's his right. We're watching him solve it, and that's the fun part. Because like, oh, I did that, and then some guy says something. He's like, oh, I was at the dentist at 1 p.m. You're like, oh shit, he fucked up. He wasn't at the dentist. Well, I seem to remember you saying that you're at the fucking doctor. Now it's the dentist or the doctor. Which he goes, I can't remember. Was it the dentist or the doctor? You said. He's like, oh, I thought it was the dentist. He's like, really? Because I wrote doctor down, but I could be wrong. And the way he does it, he pretends that he's
super relaxed. I
maybe wrote the wrong thing down. Okay, so it was the dentist, right? And you're like, oh, he's got you, buddy. You fucked up. You're done.
Yeah, you screwed this up. Yeah,
you screwed your thing. And see, that's fun. But Batman didn't do that either. So I'm like, what do you want out of it? Just make an action show then. It's like, just make it. I don't know. Anyways, it's so I watched the it's like I read the Matt Reeves. I told you I read his introduction to the book.
Okay.
And he's like, well, I loved Batman as a kid, and I was sick this week. Like, well, why'd you make a movie that no kid could watch?
So I made an inaccessible movie for kids.
And Batman will die with you and me.
Yes, it will. Because of that. And that's what I'm afraid of Superman doing that.
He is dead. Superman pretty much is dead.
Like that new cartoon, I have no hope for that. I know they showed like a 5-second clip of it, like a snippet of it, and I was like, I know, but all the art you showed before shows that like it's not really a Superman show. So I don't know. I don't know what to make of it. The new cartoon.
I know. I saw it. Yeah, but it's like his family or something, right? Superman. What was it called? It's called
My Adventures of Superman or whatever. I don't know. Yeah.
Just make
Superman, and he fights dudes. Like, what the hell? Yeah.
Yeah, I guarantee you it's going to be god awful.
Yeah.
Anyways, all right, guys, we'll end it for now. I'm going to play He-Man for you in the end. Take it easy.
Hey friends, you've just been listening to J-Man, and he is the smartest person who ever lived. So make sure you like and subscribe.